For real? Oh, no. Yes! Let's go!
Boston
State of OH! Today. In Berkeley, California. You got it. This one's for three. AJ Hawk, $5,000. USA, USA,
The following program is a collection of stooges talking about happenings in the sports world. It is meant to be comedic informative. The opinions expressed on this show do not necessarily reflect the beliefs of their peers, their boss, or ESPN. There may be some cuss words because that's how humans in the real world talk. If you are young, please seek permission before watching any further.
Hey,
Why?
let's go.
This show stinks, and the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for.
McAfee on the line with a gorgeous assist.
The all-time leading tackler for the Green Bay Packers.
You pink.
Damn it! Your friend tell a friend something nice could change their life. Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to our humble abode, the DraftKings Thunderdome. On this Overreaction Monday, July 27, 2026, this sports program begins now. Sports are the absolute greatest, and we're so incredibly lucky that we get a chance to chat about them. Don't look now. 6 teams are in training camp. 26 teams reporting to training camp tomorrow. The NFL season's right around the corner, and today we're going to be showing highlights from NFL players from all across the country. We cannot wait to celebrate ball as a whole. Don't look now. We got a young gun named Koiven, who is now a champion after winning the 3M Open in Minnesota, holding off a Scotty Scheffler who was on the prowl all weekend. Golf is awesome. Football is fantastic. The WNBA just came out of their All-Star weekend. Baseball is taking place, and life is spectacular as the toxic table at Tone Diggs and at Ty Schmidt obviously look a little bit different today, but Tone's sitting in for Conman because he's currently celebrating love. And we'd like to tell Conman and Natalie and all the families and people we ran into and the lads that I got to hang. I was a part of Connor's
wedding party,
groomsmen, and it was all guys from his high school and from Fairfield. And then I was representing for us out here.
Yeah.
But as a whole, hanging out with that entire group, I mean, we had an Army Ranger in there. We had a lot of finance bros. I think there was 4 Connors in there.
Oh.
Okay. There was some salespeople. There was some tech people. There's Catholic school kids. There's a lot of suits. There was a fantastic variety of human. That architect was in there. Curly hair.
Shout out.
Kind of a Quinn is absolute dog, this guy, absolute legend. I watched him take a beer can and throw it into a trash can like this and say, let's get another one. And I go, yes, absolutely, sir. It was like everybody around Connor from every different era that he was in was spectacular. And it was a phenomenal weekend. And he is off celebrating with his bride. So we'd like to say to everybody that was a part of that, congrats on us all having an incredible time.
Great. Yeah, absolute blast.
That was an absolute blast.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun celebrating Connor, and obviously he's celebrating right now. We'll see him next week as ball continues to inch closer and closer. Let's go to 9-year NFL vet, Darius J. Butler. D-Butch, how you doing, pal?
I'm doing outstanding. Glad to be here.
It was great.
In the air.
Football is in the air. It was a great weekend, though.
Absolutely.
I mean, that was a lot of people that we knew all in one spot.
Yeah. Yep.
And we were there. I got a chance to be there, with the entire crew. I didn't know anybody really, other than Connor, that was in the entire group that I was hanging with for most of the day. Took me in like family. And I'll tell you, the South Dakota, where Natalie was from, and then the Boston group coming together under one kind of tent. I mean, it was a great mix of good time.
Yeah. Yes.
It really was. So congrats to them having a fantastic event. And then for football, you mentioned it. Football is in the air. We got highlights all across training camp, D, but it really does feel like we're starting to get back in there. Patrick Mahomes, don't look now, has a knee brace on that's very heavy, very thick, obviously.
Of course.
But he's rolling to his left, which is obviously towards his plant foot. Cross body throws this quick, this early, whenever they were wondering if he was going to be back for week 1. This feels like good news. Now, Dr. David Chow, who is over in Japan currently for a tournament with his kid, he said, yes, this looks good. He's a quick healer. TBD on week 1 still. So even though we see him taking snaps from under center, rolling to his left, Dr. David Chow says, let's see. This doesn't mean he's completely out of the woods, but it's certainly a head start. I love what I'm seeing from Patrick Mahomes, D-Bud.
Yeah, I love it. They've been saying it for a while now that he was going to be healthy. He was going to be there for training camp. He was going to be there for week 1. This is one of those things I wasn't going to believe until I saw it. We saw the golf swing. We heard your reports about him at the wedding on the dance floor. So now seeing this at training camp, seeing, the face or one of the faces, I'll call him still the face of the league, with a lot to prove, a chip on the shoulder. I'm glad to see him healthy. And he'll have some new weapons. It'll be a new team, a new offense, but I'm excited to see 15 back at it, man. Football is better when Patrick Mahomes is healthy and playing football.
In that video, Eric Bieniemy, news came out that his wife had been shot over the weekend, and now there's more reports coming out that son of Eric Bieniemy and wife Elijah Bieniemy is currently being tried and accused of said crimes, of shooting and malicious wounding, I think, is in there, and there's some other assault charges. There's everything coming out. Obviously, not a fun situation at all. We have nothing but prayers and vibes and positivity headed towards the Bieniemy family and everything. We obviously hope this ends up okay. Scary situation, especially as Dad's away at training camp, and everybody knows that. So interesting kind of dynamics. Can only pray for the most. But Eric Bieniemy being back in that building, everybody's saying is a big deal. His attention to details, his accountability that he holds everybody into. Two new players to the team, 2 rookies basically talking about what it's like to work with Bieniemy. Go, oh, our shirts are tucked in. Yeah, our shirts are tucked in. All our shit's there. We're in time. It feels like that's something that Travis and Patrick and all the guys that have been around were excited for him to be back. And once again, I mean, you mentioned it. That team was tight.
Oh, yeah.
That team was very, very tight on that dance floor. Okay, they were all there, and they were all on the dance floor together. And I'll tell you, when a team likes each other, especially whenever they're being overlooked for the first time. And in my tweet I put out, I was like, hey, this young GOAT's being overlooked and doubted a little bit. He got hurt. Nobody's talking about the Chiefs winning it all. Los Angeles Rams, obviously, we got some clips coming out. Storyline of the year. They trade for Myles Garrett. They're going to win the Super Bowl. No questions asked. And did you see him show up to camp?
Mm-hmm.
These things?
Yeah.
Still jacked.
Thighs. These arms are absolute thighs. He walks into training camp. McDuffie walks into training camp. Jalen Watson walks into training camp. These are all new guys to the Los Angeles Rams. And Aaron Donald, who's obviously been retired for 2 years, he's potentially coming back as well. Myles Garrett is a Los Angeles Ram. It doesn't really hit you till you see it. This is outrageous what he's doing. And it's not just him, obviously. Myles Garrett's doing his thing. Puka Nacua is there at training camp, and everybody was talking about, well, he has contract this, contract that. From my understanding, just from being in a room at the World Cup with both Puka and Sean McVay, they are very tight. This will not be a loud, dramatic thing, especially with everything that has happened between the two of them. Obviously, Puka becomes international superstar, megastar in Los Angeles at a young period of his life. He makes a lot of great decisions towards his profession in football to become the best he could possibly become, which he certainly does. Off the field, we're starting to enjoy life a little bit too much, starting to get a little bit loose, starting to lack discipline. I believe he and McVay's relationship is a big part of why he's back, why he is where he's at, and why he potentially want to even seek anything at all. So I think him and Sean are like this, and I was surprised to see people reporting like, Puka's there. It's like, yeah, I think Puka understands everything that's kind of going on and what has happened and what can happen. I think they will inevitably take care of Puka, but I think Puka's also very grateful for the Los Angeles Rams, and more importantly, very, very grateful for Sean McVay. This team's a problem, D-Bud.
Yeah.
I mean, this team is an absolute problem whenever you got everybody over there cooking that has already kind of become legendary status, and they're all hungry for the next one. It's like none of them have a resume in which they're completely content with. Everybody looks to hunt for more rings, more primetime, more everything is what this squad's about, and they're going to get it all, I think, this year.
Yeah, they got 2 guys in the 99 club from Madden now with Myles Garrett in the reigning MVP. So you got a reigning MVP with Matt Stafford, and then a reigning Defensive Player of the Year with Myles Garrett. And then you bring over Trent McDuffie, who's now the highest paid cornerback in the league, until Witherspoon and Gonzalez probably get their deal. But yeah, they have all the pieces. Like you said, these aren't like players who you think will figure it out. These are established. That's a Hall of Famer right there with Garrett. And then McDuffie, he's been a dog. He can play inside. He can play outside. A lot of people forget they got Jalen Watson as well. So when you talk about the Chiefs, they lost a lot of pieces on the defense. Rams got a couple of those big pieces. And, yeah, they are the favorites. If they don't win it, if they aren't in the dance, I think it'll be a failure. And you mentioned it earlier, Aaron Donald. That's a guy we're not seeing. We didn't even talk about Devontae Adams, who didn't he lead the league in reception, touchdown reception last year as well. So they have all the pieces, the run game, the offensive line. Sean McVay will be there forever calling plays. So, I mean, they're primed for another run. I can't wait to see it.
Me neither. Just watching the drills, watching the tape, watching everything is so exciting because we're here. Football's happening. It's only a matter of time before we see full fists thrown between 2 teams scrumming with each other as football is fully back in the air. The Los Angeles Rams schedule, though, is pretty legit. I mean, they got the most primetime games, and you're only getting primetime games if you're playing against good teams. Start out with the Niners down there in Australia. Safe travels down and back to all the lads, inclling Kyle Shanahan.
Yeah, seriously.
Is he going to be there? This news kind of comes out of nowhere.
I was going to say, did people know that? I had heard nothing of this, and it sounds like he almost died.
Yeah, it seems like he was in a very, very serious car crash in early July, I believe, a couple weeks back. Nobody had really known about it. It just got reported yesterday because Chris Forrester will be acting head coach going into training camp for the San Francisco 49ers. The entire NFC West is in training camp currently, Niners included. Chris Forrester was fired up, they said, for his first day.
Yeah.
But we were all kind of, conflicted and confused about what the hell happened to Kyle Shanahan. Disgraced offensive line coach potentially ever would have to be.
Yeah.
Just so as everybody's thinking about everything, think about how good of a coach you got to be for that.
Yeah, right.
So, yes, that is what this guy is. He's currently acting as the head coach for the San Francisco 49ers. Shanahan is scary.
Yeah.
Sounded very, very serious. He's missing, obviously, time here. How long will it be? I don't think any of us really know yet. This all came out of nowhere. Mike Florio of NBC Sports and a Pro Football Talk said, somebody had to know. So how do we not know?
He is pissed.
How do we not find out about any of this? What are we talking about? People are keeping this under wraps, and then everybody in San Francisco is like, so what, doctors are supposed to call us and tell us? Like, isn't that a kind of a breach of privacy? Like, I think there was a lot of questions on how we don't know and how we do know. What we do know is it sounds sketchy, sounds scary. Kyle Shanahan, man, obviously positive thoughts and prayers over there as you recover from whatever is happening currently. But at the beginning of training camp, your head coach and offensive play caller not being available is crazy news, especially for a Niners team in a loaded NFC West trying to do their thing, too. They think they're a little bit overlooked. Mike Evans in town. I mean, a lot of new stuff taking place for them. And head coach, play caller, maybe the most impactful person in the building, the most impactful person in the building, because he also, I think him and Lynch's relationships, whatever, him not being there is wild. And I'm surprised we didn't find out about it either, Ty.
Especially when, like, you look at the stuff. I mean, you hear car accident, I guess, but, like, I think he had a broken nose, multiple broken ribs. It said he needed 40 stitches. Like, that's not just some run of the, like, this is obviously, this would be front page news, I mean, it sounds super serious, and who knows, maybe to your point, obviously Shanahan is very important over there, but we hear a lot about Brock Purdy kind of being an extension to him and how last year, things didn't go as well as they could have been. So maybe this is a nice little opportunity for Brock Purdy to kind of bring all the boys along. It is going to be kind of a new look Niners, but like you said, I mean, like this division, like you don't really have any time to kind of, like you have to hit the ground running because you have two of the, 3 or 5 best teams in the NFL.
Yeah, Shanahan standing nearby. Obviously, you saw that concussion and stitches on his face and everything like that as Forrester leads it. We hope he ends up with a full recovery. And the stitches on his face, I mean...
Steering wheel, airbag.
What if he has... what if Shanahan's new thing is like...
Is he going to look even cooler?
That would be, I mean, maybe not for him, but for us, that would be pretty cool.
Yeah, it's crazy anytime you start talking about stitches and face and car accidents just a couple weeks before training camp for heck. Hey, pulling for you, Kyle.
Yep.
Chris Forrester getting a chance to do his thing. Let's go up to New England. Obviously, a lot of New England Patriots talk this weekend, and the lads are certainly all in on the Patriots potentially winning another Super Bowl. Can they get better than they were last year? And they all say, there's only one way it can get better. We finish in the Super Bowl.
I did see that bottom line.
So a lot of people in New England, though, so that's like an easy question for me. Going, are you guys going to get better or worse this year? It's like, winning a Super Bowl is the only way we can get better. Oh, sorry, and Vrabel's second year as a head coach and McDaniel's second year as offense coordinator. Yeah, we're expected just to win a Super Bowl because you got to, we understand. We're the Patriots. We get it. I'll tell you what, you put A.J. Brown on that field, a motivated A.J. Brown. Okay, an all-in A.J. Brown. A man that could certainly heighten it with Mack on the other side and everything else they got cooking offensively with what Drake May was last year, which finished second in the MVP voting in his second year in the NFL, first year in a new offensive system. You see A.J. Brown out there, it's hard not to get really excited, D-Bud, about what they're going to be able to do, especially with Drake May's percentages on deep balls. This guy gets buckets. I mean, he throws the ball deep. He throws the ball very well. His completion percentage was so high. Makes you think they're running like an Oregon offense. Like, are they throwing this thing? No, then you look at his deep ball percentage, it's the highest in the NFL as well. This is a special talent getting a special talent. Do we think it's an immediate upgrade for the entire New England Patriots offense? And how do they get better this year? They got to win a Super Bowl? That's the only way?
Yeah, I mean, you guys did it last week with the familiar faces in new places because that's what training camp's about, to reminding you, like, hey, all these new guys are in new spots. And with him going there, like, he's just an instant math changer. Like for Drake May, you already know if you're not double teaming this guy, if the safety isn't leaning that way, hey, I can go to one. That's always a favorable matchup for me. And then a lot of us forget, including myself, Romeo Doubs. They got him from the Green Bay Packers, who can kind of be a number 1 or a number 1B, but definitely if he's in a number 2 wide receiver role, which he'll be there, I mean, that's a great matchup down in and down out, especially once you get in the red area and on third down. So Drake May doing what he's doing. We didn't expect him to be this great as far as accuracy, being a runner-up in the MVP, yes, I only expect him to get better in this McDaniels offense.
Yes, Dobbs, obviously a massive piece added to the offense is what they wanted. Back to A.J. Brown real quick. DraftKings Insights put out a tweet saying, hey, his over-under is 7.5. Dan Orlovsky says, I'll take the over by Thanksgiving.
Sure.
It's not a bad bet.
He says, I'll take the over by Thanksgiving. Obviously, if you are of age, DraftKings is available in all 50 states now with predictive marketing alongside sports gambling in over 40 states, 37, 38, whatever it is. All 50 states have DraftKings now available, and we obviously are excited to partner with them through this upcoming football season on, we'll have boasted parlays and we'll have chit-chat about things that we like and don't like. And if you're of age and agree not to be an asshole, we'd love for you to join us at DraftKings. Dano loves 7.5 touchdowns. I don't know how you couldn't, but I guess Dobbs, Matt, they got weapons all over the place.
Yeah.
Are they going to be able to get the ball everywhere is, I guess, the big question. Go ahead, Tom.
Yeah, Keyshawn Butte, they kept who they thought maybe would trade after they got Dobbs and A.J. Brown, but they kept him. The weapons are immense. But, we go back to last year, the number one issue in the postseason for them and the Super Bowl was the offensive line. And then they went and got Elijah Vera Tucker from the Jets. Their first-round draft pick, Caleb Lomu, was on the O-line too. So they looked and they did definitely get better. If they can shore up the offensive line with the additions that they did this offseason, that was their one weakness. The entire season was letting people get to Drake. So, yeah, Patriots, I think, definitely got better.
Yeah, I think so. Now, they had an easy schedule.
Yeah,
They did.
They had the Pac-12. You
Yeah.
saw that
Yeah.
through December. They had the Pac-12. It's the NFL. Every game is hard. Every game is losable. Every game is winnable. They obviously proved that, as have many other teams in the past. Excited for them to get going. DeAndre Hopkins is now a coach.
Interesting.
D-Hop coaching up the wide receivers. Vrabes said he's there just to see if he wants to test the waters, if he wants to be a coach, get into it. Obviously, he and Vrabes know each other from their time in Houston. D-Hop, obviously an absolute beast, a man who was on an NFL roster last year, catching touchdowns. If he transitions into the coaching, I think that'd be great news for Ball, great news for the Patriots wide receivers. And I'll tell you, either know or you don't, I think, with the coaching thing. So I think even if he's tempting, I think he does think he could pull it off because we all understand what that means, Deba.
Yeah, I think he could pull it off. I'm honestly surprised he's not on the roster. Maybe the situation wasn't there that he wanted or the money. But he was obviously a Hall of Fame caliber player. Was the number one receiver for the majority of his career, probably a year, 2 or 3 on. And then our last 2 or 3 years, I guess he kind of been getting in where he fits in. But yeah, this is a great job, a great guy to have around the building, especially training camp when you're spending so much time around each other and these coaches, these players. He's kind of probably in that tweener spot sitting in that wide receiver room. But if you are A.J. Brown, if you are Romeo, if you are Keyshawn Boutte, like Mac Hollins, you can lean on this guy and get so much. He's a wealth of knowledge. So great move by Vrabes having him in the building, which, no surprise, Vrabes has made great decisions when it comes to who's in that building around these players. In that building around these players.
I agree. I mean, it was sitting there. It was just kind of sitting there. And you're talking about who's in that building? Well, dogs are in that building. Good play.
Good move.
Good play.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We've seen a couple of these in the
Smart
past.
move.
I can certainly enjoy it. I do like that everybody's reaction was, isn't that nuts? Isn't that? Listen, if Vrabes needs to pay tribute to the Boston Police Department the next time he comes out to a press conference as well, we've seen that. Who knows what he's going to be doing for the fire department as well?
Yep.
Foxborough and Boston's fire department. There's going to be a couple high school kids that are obviously going to win awards. Not a bad idea.
No, he knows what he's doing.
We've seen it before. How about somebody up there going, can you put the dog away, please? I got some questions about your focus. Don't worry. You say me.
You say in front of the dog.
Sports are the greatest. I love it. Okay, let's move. Arizona, Jeremiah Love got some touches, but Nathaniel Hackett, formerly of Green Bay and of the New York Jets and of the West Coast offense, I believe he grew up in. I think his dad also created it potentially. Yeah. He said Jeremiah Love's a rook-ass rook. Okay, he can figure it out whenever he figures it out. Now, he is a top 4 running back pick in 2026, so you would expect him to potentially get his opportunities and his chances. But yeah, offense coordinator over there saying, listen, he's going to have to earn this shit. He's going to have to earn his bird on the side of his helmet.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of us say, I think he's probably already done that, but we do appreciate that they want him to keep working and keep grinding. Everything we know about Jeremiah Love is he's going to be a spectacular pro. He's explosive. He can catch. He can run. It feels like yes, sir, no, sir type operation. And everybody that's ever been around him said his vibes are immaculate. I can't wait to see what he does. But that's basically all we're getting out of Arizona Cardinals training camp, other than Jacoby Brissett inks a $15 million deal.
Hell yeah.
I saw people reporting, how's Arizona Cardinals feel knowing they lost to Jacoby Brissett for $15 million? It's like, it's a starting quarterback.
Correct.
You're paying him $15 million? This guy knows what defense is coming. Now, he won 1-11 last year. Why are we paying him his money? It's like, all right, we'll just move on to Carson Beck then and just cut ties with Jacoby? Or do we want to potentially have somebody that's in the building that understands what football is? $15 million, this is kind of just a, hey, we need you to keep us on the tracks type operation. I think Jacoby has done that for a lot of teams.
Yes, you got a professional starting quarterback, and this is obviously a great price for him. And it was a good money for him, too, for not going to come in and make less than Gardner Minshew, who just brought in this offseason. So, yes, make sure your quarterback's happy, your starting quarterback's happy going into training camp. And, look, some guys on that offense had some career years. McBride, who was another guy on that 99 club, in the Madden 99 club, he's been an unbelievable tight end. Michael Wilson, he had a great year, which I don't think many people expected. Now Marvin Harrison Jr., can he take that next step? It was a top, 5-6 pick that you expect to take that huge next step and be one of the best wide receivers in the National Football League. Will he? And you got the right piece, I think, with Jeremiah Love. I think he was the best player in this year's draft. Now, are you going to have an offensive line that can block for him? You saw Ashton Denty, and he was running the brick walls all last season. So can you open up, create some holes for number 4? He'll be a weapon in the pass game as well. So I like what the Cardinals have on the offensive side of the ball, but we know it's a long way to go for this team to actually compete, especially in that division.
Yeah, but we've been told directly from the building that they're not yabba-dabba doing the electricity.
Right.
Sure.
Yeah,
That's big.
Yeah, it's huge.
Yeah.
We thought that if you work there as general manager or a coach, you got to go outside, hold up solar panels in the morning to get that going. Turns out they're building a new practice facility. They got a new head coach. They got a positive future, hopefully. They're going to be in a tough division forever, though. So, that's how it's going to go. Joining us now, ladies and gentlemen, is another AFC quarterback. A man who is a guy whose title should read, led the number 1 offense in the NFL in 2026. 2025.
2025, 2026 season. Yeah.
Did we make it in 2020?
No.
Led the best NFL offense.
Because every team, I think, week 17, 18 fall right after the start of the year. So
yeah, but he wasn't.
Yeah, he was.
No, you're right.
Ladies and gentlemen, the man who led the best NFL offense of 2025.
Yes.
Bar none. Entering his 8th season. The leader of the Indianapolis Colts. And I believe a man who said yesterday on the NFL Flag Football Championships with Teddy Bruschi and Kyle Brandt, great, by the way, I enjoyed watching that a lot, that he'll be back, I think. Ladies and gentlemen, Daniel Jones.
Yeah.
How you doing,
What's
Dahn?
up, guys? How we doing?
Hey.
Doing great. How are y'all?
Good. Are you holding that phone, or can you back up a little bit?
I'm holding it.
All right.
Got me?
What size is that? And he's in the weight room. I like that. What size is that? Because I got a chance to look at you earlier. You're wearing some tight clothes. Danny Dimes is absolutely strapped right now. Is that an accurate depiction? How's the body feel?
Feeling good, man. Feeling good. Been a good summer. Ready to get back into it. You're looking good too, Pat.
Thank you. I'm on a lot of science that you're not allowed to be on. Whenever you retire, it will be available. I don't know if you'll need it. Obviously, whenever you came back from the ACL with the Giants, it was quick. Everybody called you a quick recoverer. I believe it's because the amount of work that you put into rehab and everything like that. With this now, you had broken leg on one side, Achilles on the other. We had such a fantastic start. Now you're back, obviously new deal. And yesterday, you said something along the lines of you feel good and you're going to be back for week 1. What does that mean exactly? And where do we sit right now as we're about to enter training camp starting tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm feeling good. Feeling good. I think, plan is to be back in 11-on-11 full team drills tomorrow or Wednesday when we start up practice. So be out there with the guys, excited to get back rolling. But feeling good, and rehab's been good to this point. Still some work to do as we get ready for week 1, but feeling really good with where I am.
You're in 11-on-11 on Wednesday, so we're talking day 1 of training camp. We are full go. We're doing the entire, we're all over everything, yes?
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Dimes.
Ready to go.
Mr. Dimes.
Yeah.
Let's
Well
go,
done,
sir. That's great news for the Indianapolis Colts, I will say. Okay, so offseason has obviously been a lot of recovery, a lot of rehab for that Achilles. Where are we at right now? Because we've seen football players come out. I think we saw Aaron, even if you're cleared and healthy, there's still a little bit of stiffness that might be coming with it in the back. Those guys are a little bit older than you. Then we see Tatum come back this year early, and he put up 30, I think, in his first game back. For you, movement-wise, how comfortable are you? How similar is it to before you got hurt? And how often are you judging yourself versus previous you, if that makes sense?
Yeah, I mean, I think you're constantly evaluating it. It's hard not to compare it. I think I'm in a really good spot. Like I said, I can do everything. There's nothing that I can't do. I think there's still that last little bit that you're working to get back, but I feel good in the next month or so as I get into team drills, 11 on 11, doing everything again of that, coming back and feeling 100%. So. Like I said, continue to work with the trainers here and strength staff and all the things I need to do to get there. But feeling really good.
Dude, I'm so excited to hear that.
Oh, yeah.
I am so pumped. Obviously, Michael Pittman no longer here. He goes to the Pittsburgh Steelers. They pay him huge. We were a huge fan of him for the Indianapolis Colts. Alec Pierce, though, he's going through his own recovery. Allegedly will be back for a regular season as well. You would know more about that. You don't have to break his news. But the offense as a whole, when you were in there, was awesome. Jonathan Taylor was averaging, I think, like up over 100 yards whenever you were the quarterback. Everybody else comes in, that drops off as well. Everything was working whenever you were in there. And it was your first season in the offense, which was so crazy. Tone has a question for you, DJ.
Yeah, Daniel, obviously incredible first season under Shane Steichen and the Colts. How much more comfortable do you feel going into this season? Was the full playbook accessible last season, and how much more can you do this season coming in after a full offseason in the offense?
Yeah, I mean, I think a good bit more thinking back to this time last year when you're trying to learn it, for the first time, and it's all pretty simple install, and we'll start camp that way. I mean, every team that I've been on starts with your basic install stuff, but I think we'll be able to move a little bit quicker into some of the stuff we started to do last year through the season, some of the stuff that was working for us. And it's my second year. It's the second year for a lot of guys, and third year for a number of guys, fourth year. So I feel good about where we are with the offense. It'll always evolve with who we got and who's playing well and what they can do for us. But I'm excited about our group.
Tyler Warren there catching a touchdown. He was, I believe, on a record-breaking pace as a rookie tight end. And then once again, everybody got hurt. Mm-hmm. It was a heartbreaker, Dahn. It was an absolute heartbreak. You break a leg, and it's like, well, he can't move anymore, but at least he can take snaps. They'll put us in a good position. Oh, actually, he's going to tear his other Achilles, too. Mm-hmm. I mean, it was just, Sauce, we just got this awesome new Actually, he's hurt. He's out. Guy was warming up. He's out. He might retire, actually. Yeah. I mean, it was just like bang, boom, boom. The injury bug hit hard and quick to the Indianapolis Colts. I like the fact that close to the NFL, obviously there's a lot of changing pieces, always going to be close to like, hey, let's try to do this, and hopefully we're a little bit more experienced. On that note, you're a little bit more experienced at this point as well. Go ahead, D-Bud.
Yeah, Dan, injuries part of the game. Pat was just mentioning it last year. I think, Patrick Mahomes talked about him, maybe not taking as many shots this year, coming back, looking at years previous. What about you? I know you're entering now a later stage in your career as a quarterback. Do you feel like you're going to play the game any differently, more running out of bounds, more throwaways? I know you can't play scared, but is that in your mind going into this season? Because obviously you know how important it is to be on the field as a quarterback.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think for sure. I think that's something you're always trying to improve on. I think I've gotten better than I was earlier in my career, where I took a good number of hits. And last year I felt like I ran less than I had in previous years. Was really feeling pretty good until I had the leg thing come up. But yeah, I think you're always looking to see where you can take a few less hits, stay a little healthier, make sure you're out there. That's something that Shane's talked about, Chris has talked about, and I'll definitely make an effort to protect myself where I can.
What are your dims? What are your dims right now?
My dims? What's that? Body comp? What are dimensions?
Boom!
There it is.
You want the Duke? I knew you'd be able to figure it out, work your way through. What are your dims right now? What are the dims?
I'm 6'5", 233 this morning. I was. So.
It's pretty good.
Brick shit house.
I mean, is this Odysseus? I don't know which one is what. It seems some sort of Greek god out here. I'm telling you, this morning, FaceTime, first time, long time, saw him in like a thin hoodies, one of those like thin hoodies, and he was sitting down. And I think before I walked in, he pulled it tight.
Okay.
And I just looked at him like, holy shit. And then Riley Leonard's sitting right next to him, and it's hard not to be like, hey, Riley, that's what you need to start doing right there. Okay, that's
Riley's looking pretty good. Riley's been getting after it.
Riley does look good, but I'm just telling you look like a sculpture, Dimes. And I think, when you're rehabbing something, you're forced to be in there. So it's like I had like 4 knee surgeries in 4 consecutive off seasons. It's like I have no idea what the off seasons would look like, but I know I'm in there. And it's like the work is just like a constant thing. Might as well do this. Might as well do this. Love that you're in the greatest shape of your life, seemingly. And I'm going to benefit from that with this microphone when I talk a gross amount of shit about how you guys are going to win a Super Bowl game. So I need you to do that. No pressure, pal. Ty has a question for you.
Yeah, Dimes, this is kind of a two-parter, but last year, obviously, the Jags and the Texans both very good, and we know that, it's kind of been the Texans division for the last several years, but going into this year, especially with how you guys played when you were healthy last year, it does seem like the AFC South is kind of wide open. And then going off that, Pat mentioned Tyler Warren early on in the year last year when we were watching. It was like, oh, this guy is going to win AFC Rookie of the Year. He's unbelievable. You get hurt. Things obviously kind of slow down a little bit. But how important is his development to just where you guys want to be offensively, kind of maybe replacing some of those tough yards that Michael Pittman had and that you're going to have to find a way to replace with him not being there anymore?
Yeah, I think he's huge. And like you mentioned, it starts in the division. Last year, Jacksonville and Houston playing at a really high level, especially towards the end of the season. So we know it'll be competitive. We know Tennessee, all 3 of the teams in our division, will have good teams and we'll have to play well, I think. And then Tyler will be a huge part, no doubt. I mean, he's a huge part of our offense last year. With what he can do, he can move them all over the place, and just a really wide range of skills and ability to affect the game. Without Pitt, he'll have a bigger role, like you mentioned, but he's gonna, he would have a big role regardless. He's a tremendous player, and he's an absolute stud. He's looking good too. You got to get him on the show.
He does have a little Greek god look with that hair and the size of his head. We've seen his head size. We know he quad X helmet. We know that because he hit off frozen tundra in South Bend, Indiana in the playoffs, and his head, it was full speed, bang, back of his head. Normally he would lock guy up. He just got, I think he went under center next play.
He did,
Yeah, I think he then went under center the very next play. It was like, wow, this is a specimen. Like, Tyler Warren, there's a lot of those, a lot of the tight end you guys were at that wedding, at the Madison Square Garden wedding. They're all
massive.
About this tall, heads about this big. Their body size. They're Danny Dahn.
There's a blueprint.
That is what he was supposed to be a tight end. He just so happens to spin that thing. Speaking of, we appreciate you doing that in our city. Have you felt more comfortable than ever in your life in a place? Because we love you out here. Do you feel that? Do you experience that? And obviously we're seeing the photos of you stopping by Peyton Manning's Children's Hospital. Can't thank you enough for doing that for our community and for our city. Obviously, as the quarterback of the Colts, that's a huge deal and brings a lot of great vibes, momentum, you name it, to people going through terrible things at such a young age, obviously. But have you felt at home here in Indianapolis? How do you feel going into this year versus years past? And just know we appreciate the hell out of you out here, man.
Well, I appreciate y'all, man. It's been fun being here. Through last year, when we were playing well and rolling, you could feel the energy in the city, and just all the support from the fans here. And then, throughout this off season, being around and there's a lot of Colts fans, and they're very, very supportive. And we really appreciate them. I mean, it's a fun fan base to play for. Feels like they've got our backs, and they're pulling hard for us. So we're excited. I think we all feel that. We all feel the energy in the city, and we're excited to get out there and represent them on the field.
Well, I love that. Everything you've said has just been awesome.
God gets it.
Every beer you drank downtown has been appreciated. I think this is a city that sees you acting like a human, and they're like, hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like that. This city was raised by Peyton. You got to remember that. And it's like Peyton would literally tell them when to be quiet, when to make noise, tell them how to feel about things, what football looks like, what football doesn't look like. So when you come in last year and you're running all over the place, and then you'll have an ice cold beer afterwards, it's like these people love that. And I hope you know that will only continue. And we're thankful you're back. Good luck this year, brother. We'll watch you in training camp. We'll showcase the highlights, and we'll remind to the world that the Colts were supposed to win the Super Bowl last year.
They were.
And let's go ahead and do that again. You're the man.
Let's go. Appreciate it, boys. Thank y'all.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's Daniel Jones.
Yeah,
They were so good, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were so close to it, like literally, with where the suite is. It was right in front of us. And we had watched the Colts for the last 4 or 5 years in those suites.
Tough times.
Tough times. Wow. This sucks to watch. Not only are we probably not winning, but also this is a boring.
So boring.
So
Bad
boring.
It was
combo.
bad.
Oh, my God. Not good and also boring. Keep coming, though, because we're the Colts. You know, that was basically what happened. And we did. We did keep going because they're the Colts. And then all of a sudden, Danny Dimes comes in. And a lot of people are negative about Daniel Jones becoming the starting quarterback over Anthony Richardson, who gets drafted number 4 overall and obviously has the upside, still has the upside of who knows if anybody's ever seen that before, what the upside is. But when Danny Dimes comes in, they go, it's an open competition. And then, we start saying, well, Danny's going to win that, okay? And Daniel Jones is going to win that competition if we're really doing this thing. And then the optimism level of the Colts fans with Daniel Jones as our quarterback, because everything that they had heard out of New York and out of his football careers, this guy sucks. What are we talking about? What he got overpaid in New York. The Giants aren't worth a damn. Saquon Barkley was the reason why they were good. Remember, he went to Philadelphia, he won a Super Bowl. So all anybody was saying was, why the hell would this guy potentially uplift a number 4 overall pick with incredible upside who needs to play games? And then, boy, they just rattled off 10 straight weeks of just like, hey, this is what this offense is supposed to look like over here.
8-2.
Shane Steichen says, how you doing? And Danny Dimes says, keep it moving, pal. Jonathan Taylor's playing the best he's ever played because he's got a quarterback saying, hey, we're going right here, pal. And also every single play, Danny Dimes can fake this. And it's got 2 people frozen over here because this big Mayo guy can move. I think that was on display in New York. It was on display for the Colts. And in Shane Steichen's offense, remember, he won a Super Bowl with the Philadelphia Eagles, with both Carson Wentz and Nick Foles. Jalen's offense. Sorry, Jalen's offense. So whenever you think about an offense with a quarterback that can move, I mean, that's an offense that Shane Steichen is very good at. Danny Dimes can move. And it was special to watch us last year.
Oh, yeah.
And we're running it completely back.
First 10 games, you only lost to the Rams 27-20 and the Steelers 27-20. 2 really good football teams.
Shane Steichen almost won the AFC South with Gardner Minshew at quarterback.
Yeah.
No offense, Gardner Minshew.
Probably should have.
One wheel route, drop pass, home playoff game.
Yep.
Okay? It's 3 years ago.
Wasn't Jonathan Taylor either.
No, he's a guy we never heard of. We had heard of, but nobody else had heard of.
He was wide open.
Wow, perfect.
Great play.
Houston Texans had no idea he was.
Great play call.
Check the guy. He's not getting the ball.
Yep.
He's right over here, wide. And then that thing hits back hip.
Back hip. Yep.
Back hip. Gardner Minshew was Pro Bowl quarterback for us.
He was.
Back hip, though. I mean, he
Deservedly.
puts that right in the guy's face mask, like actually in it,
Yeah.
He's walking in.
so that the guy doesn't even have to touch it with his hands. Boom, right in the face. There it is. That's it right there. 23-17. That's to win the AFC South home playoff game. Right there. Winner clinches playoff berth. Loser eliminated. Guess who lost? Us. Loser again. Yeah.
Oh, man, it's inches.
I know, but if he hits him right.
Yeah, I mean, you
Yeah.
got to catch that, but give him a runner's ball.
Not even a runner's. I'm talking, I don't care.
Yeah, just
Put it into his face mask, Gardner. We needed you there,
he
pal.
might score.
Yeah. And that's Pittman out there lead blocking, by the way. That's what the Pittsburgh Steelers are getting. That guy is awesome. He's always doing that. That would have been AFC South Championship. Instead, we don't have one in 11 years.
11 years?
Maybe 12. Time's ticking here, but we got time.
Long time.
We got time. Figure it out. And Danny Dimes only entering year 8. He could be here another 10 years. And that's a reality of the business, kid. Because, like, when people were talking about AR's future is this, AR's future is this, we don't want Daniel Jones, we'd rather play for, like, what are we going to do 5 years? It's like, he can still play. This guy still can play. So it's I think we're in the middle of a little bit of a renaissance moment here in Indianapolis.
11 years is like, I get it. Like, if you're the Browns, you're like, oh, you're the Bengals and the Steelers and the Ravens there. Or if you're the Jets, even you had the Bills and the Patriots both had runs. But it's not like the AFC East is
AFC South.
Whatever it is, AFC South.
Be an asshole.
Not like they're
What do you mean?
winning a bunch
division.
of championships in that division.
That's a good point.
What are you talking about? Winning a bunch of
Tough
championships?
division.
Somebody wins the AFC South championship every year.
Yeah, they do.
Okay, and we beat each other up so bad.
You're right.
Yeah.
That probably is what it
We
is.
beat each other up so bad in the AFC South. You know what they call it? It's not just the mouth; it's the South.
Yeah.
You know, because it's a lot of talking and it's a lot of banging down.
This year's the year.
Beat each other up down there. Look how many coaches have been
Yeah.
down in Tennessee.
You're right.
It's because it's tough football down there. AFC South.
Who's the favorite this year?
I'd say the Texans,
Houston Texans, yeah.
Pretty good defense.
if I had to guess.
Jacksonville had a hell of a run last
Yeah,
year.
that's what I'm saying. The AFC South is a lot better than anybody gives it
Stacked.
credit for. Yeah. And Jacksonville might be playing in Orlando because they got a new thing, but everybody's going to mock the AFC South for that. But just know, you don't want Trevor Lawrence this year.
No.
You don't want Travis Hunter with a little bit more muscle seemingly on him.
He looks good.
Looks like he's in great shape. You know, last year he looked like he was kind of like a kid out there.
Yeah.
Now he's obviously grown into it through the rehab. You got the Ravens at the top of the AFC North. Lamar Jackson carries weight no matter what happens at the coaching cycle that is taking place over there. AFC South, Houston Texans. Not too far behind. Indianapolis Colts in third.
Yeah.
Sleepers.
Good odds.
Plus 800 for the Titans. Salah's going to love that.
Yeah.
Salah and Dable are going to utilize that. NFC North, well, how about the Lions getting back in? Didn't even make the playoffs last year.
I love it.
Lions?
Oh, yeah.
What happened? What did we do? Why did
So
a
here's
good
a quick
question.
fun
Have
fact
any
for you guys.
safeties?
ESPN ran a poll with a bunch of coaches, scouts, a bunch of people, and they ranked the 10 best players at every position. Guess which team had the most top 10 players in the NFL?
Colts?
Yeah, Rams.
The
maybe?
Detroit Lions. 9 players in the top 10 at each position. They are stacked right now. They just got to put it together. New offensive coordinator is going to be everything.
Are they alive? Are they on the pup? Are they playing this year? Or?
Well, that is funny you say that because Brian Branch and Kirby Joseph were 2 of those 9, so they're not potentially not playing for a long time this year.
Yeah, PUP does mean, it's a way to weaponize the roster while also letting people rest, Physically unable to perform, I believe, is the list, so it doesn't eat up a roster spot, so you're able to add more people to your training camp. PUP is utilized for a lot of people depending upon the severity, but it is normally we're closer to back than we're not, the PUP. So who knows with that entire thing that takes place. Good luck to the boys up there in Detroit. As we continue, the NFC South, Tampa Bay Buccaneers are the favorites. The Saints in the second place is a wild thing. Carolina Panthers hosted a playoff game first time in forever last year. Bryce Young and the boys seemingly trending up and to the right. And they're saying Kelly Moe was Shuck another year. We like him. Tampa Bay Buccaneers carry without Mike Evans, who's now a member of the NFC West, which we'll pick last. AFC East, Buffalo Bills, their new stadium. Favorite to win the division. Connor loves that.
Yeah,
the New England Patriots fans love that. What is everybody asking us if we're going to get better from last year? We're not even the favorites to win the division.
Yeah.
Ask the Bills what's going to happen. Well, the Bills understand the pressure that they're going to have to win a Super Bowl with Josh Allen, and Beano, general manager, understands that. They debuted a new uniform.
Yeah.
Need to see it in
They
real life.
did.
So we need to see it in real life. Obviously, you need to have
Nickel
eyes on.
City.
Okay.
That's what we knew Buffalo was.
That's what they're
Nickel
called.
City, yeah.
Nickel City.
Yeah.
Those jerseys stink. All right. We got eyes.
I saw a lot
All
of
right.
people saying send these things back to the UFL.
Okay, so maybe they are. It's Daniel All.
Oh, he worked
It's
hard.
the lads here. They kind of came up with this entire thing. And Linda Hurst said, listen, I've been working my ass off. It's the hat.
That's what she wore every day designing it.
This is what I do. This is a blue-collar time. Don't know what they've lost. Don't know what they found. Okay? So they're celebrating this. They're celebrating their blue-collar.
They get Linda right off the work site?
Yes. They said, excuse me, Linda. We
Excuse
know
me,
right
Linda.
now you are doing some shit, and there might be something that might come collapsing down
She
on your
was
head.
squatting the steel beams herself.
I think back in the day, yeah, with modern technology, I don't think she has to, but I do appreciate everybody that's working their ass off to make sure all the things that we see are built and take place. There's a lot of construction happening right out here. I appreciate them. It's going to be really hot here in the next couple of days, and they're going to have to battle through. I will say, with the combination of colors that the Buffalo Bills are, red, white, and blue, on America's 250th birthday year, you would have thought they could have really went for it there. Instead, they say, let's remind you, we might have a new stadium out here with some big-ass bison. But there's a reason that the chicken wing was cooked up in Buffalo. This is Nickel City.
Blue collar.
Every penny earned. Every penny paid for. Every nickel stacked and celebrated. It's cold. It's tough. It's gritty. It's Nickel City. We knew that. Red, white, and blue lends yourself to so many things.
Those stink.
I don't know. We don't know.
They do.
We haven't seen
They
it
do.
yet.
It doesn't matter. You throw Josh Allen in that thing. Those things still stink.
Let's do a vote. Okay?
Sure.
Now, this is very unfair because we saw what they did with the Bison. They went above and beyond.
Yeah, they did.
They got smoke coming out of that Bison.
So sick.
We were optimistic about the Bison.
Well, I don't know.
Some
There's
of
a lot
us.
of negativity on this particular stage about the Bison being underwhelming and too small, especially after the Bison we saw, that guy.
Yeah.
I mean, they were, this is a big creature that I don't think we fully, they delivered on the Bison. So
They
we
did.
gotta understand that.
Did you happen to see that, by the way? The designs for the Bison, there was a PPMS and a PPMS. It was pre and post PMS. Before we started talking about it, those things were going to be very, very small.
Are you serious? I don't know if are you making this
I thought
up?
I saw it somewhere on the internet.
Oh, you made this with your ChatGPT or
I
something?
could. I
Oh,
could
so
if
this
I
is
wanted
something you
to.
just posted?
I thought I saw it out there somewhere. I could be wrong, but I thought I saw it out there somewhere.
And it's good whenever we don't know what you're saying, you know, like if it's an actual thing or if you just kind of created it.
No, I
in
made
the-
that up if you really want to know.
Okay, so there was never, so we had no effect on the
But yeah, I'm
Bison's.
saying I think we did.
Okay, you're thinking there's a chance that
Yeah.
we potentially
There's a
influenced.
tiny little bison out there.
I mean, we certainly brought some attention to the Bison, but
Exactly.
I think the Bills Mafia were talking about it, and we'll see what their take is on Nickel City. We'll see how it goes. A lot of the throwbacks that some teams have created have been asked, though, and we've all been very confused on why they've done that, especially with what's possible. But obviously, this could be a part of a collection that every Buffalo Bills fan will feel like they need, especially if they win a Super Bowl for Nickel City.
instead of-
Joining us now, ladies and gentlemen, live from a golf course is a senior NFL insider for ESPN, a Michigan man. Ladies and gentlemen, Adam Schefter.
Baby Shefty.
Hey.
Shefty, how you doing, pal?
Hey, Pat, I was at this tournament a year ago, the Champion Circle Golf Tournament for Michigan with all these players and coaches, and we were on last year. I was with Steven Eisenberg. I'm with Steven Eisenberg again, right there. Hello, Steven.
Hey, Mr. Eisenberg, good to see you, bub.
Good to see you, too.
Hey,
Yep,
Mr. Eisenberg, why don't you adopt West Virginia University, too? Huh? What do you think?
West Virginia, Steven? You ready to adopt West Virginia? Yeah, no.
Come on!
Come on, Bergie.
Come on, we need you, Eisenberg. We need you over there.
All right, we can talk.
There you go.
Hey, there you go.
Okay,
Let's
we will.
start.
Okay, we actually will, sir. We actually will, Mr. Eisenberg. It's a Big 12. Good for ball. I didn't hear it. Hold on, I stepped on you. What'd you say? Did you agree to $10 million?
$10 million.
Okay.
That's
All right, so
that's a
let's go
verbal contract.
Mountaineers, dude. Let's go Mountaineers. Thank you, bro. You got a Big 12 brother out there, and we will certainly. What if we put the M?
You could
Not even-
on the
okay,
helmet.
not even-
Just
never
turn it
mind.
upside down.
Never mind. Okay, let's move. Let's talk about actual stuff here. Training camp's taking place. Jacoby Brissett gets his deal done with the Arizona Cardinals. Patrick Mahomes back on the field, obviously. We're seeing D-Hop as a coach in New England. A.J. Brown on the field. What do you think, big story right now of these first 6 teams that are at training camp, and what should we be looking for as 26 more teams report tomorrow?
Well, I think the unpredictability and strangeness of the summer already is in full effect. And it's another reminder that you never know what you're going to get. Obviously, on Saturday, the 49ers announced that Kyle Shanahan was involved in a serious car accident on July 14th, in which he broke his nose, got over 40 stitches, broke 3 ribs, broke his hand. And Chris Forrester is leading the team here for a large part of training camp. That was strange. And then last night, I was getting messages from somebody that somehow picked up a police scanner in Virginia, and I'm getting these emails from this gentleman, and I'm still a little confused about it, about how there was a shooting at Eric Bieniemy's home, and I called Nate Taylor, the ESPN writer, to get him involved and to bring him in to see if we could figure out exactly what was going on, and it turned out the wife of the Chiefs offensive coordinator, Eric Bieniemy, was shot Sunday night at their home in Virginia, and it turned out that police arrested their 27-year-old son today. I mean, and Eric Bieniemy has now left camp to be with his family, as he should. So, I mean, I just think those stories, they transcend football, and they remind you about how uncertain all this is, and you never know what's going to happen. And yes, you could bring up Jacoby Brissett, and we could bring A.J. Brown, and we could bring up all the football storylines, which there'll be plenty that unfold every single day. But the Kyle Shanahan car accident was scary. This incident last night was even scarier. And Yeah, I just think there's a lot of things, a lot of reminders sometimes here.
Yeah, perspective obviously gets put into place whenever these stories are kind of put out there, but I think it also reminds all of us that these are humans and not video game characters. You know, like there's a human aspect to all this, which is why you sometimes see a lot of guys retire right before training camp because they don't want to sign up to go back in to the grind. You also see some guys, get into a full different body routine to kind of take over camp. How do we feel about maybe some people stepping away from football right before training camp launches? Haven't had much of that, really. Haven't had really any of that this year. Last year we had like 3 guys that came out and were like, I'm retiring. This year doesn't feel like that at all, Shefty.
No, we haven't got much of that. But, Pat, at this time tomorrow, every team will be in camp. And let's just see if there's anything else that does happen, because sometimes when these teams come in, storylines that we didn't know surface, players sometimes don't show up. I still think there's obviously a lot of unresolved contractual issues. There are still going to be big deals that get done this summer. Jahmyr Gibbs, Bijan Robinson, I would think both those deals at some point here should get done. There are deals for the 2 cornerbacks, Devin Witherspoon in Seattle, Christian Gonzalez in New England. Those deals, I think, at some point probably have to get done. Baker Mayfield, Vita Vea in Tampa. There's always a push on contracts, too. So, there's a certain rhythm. Things happen. Players retire. Contracts get resolved. Injuries, like last week, Nick Scouton, the Panthers linebacker, the second-round draft pick, goes down with the torn ACL. That first practice of the whole summer. That's awful. But gets put on IR. Season's over before it begins. So, and that's, to me, once these teams are back in camp, which as of this time tomorrow, everyone will be, these are the kinds of things that surface every day.
Okay, thank you for the rundown there on everything we should be thinking about as everybody's checking in. One name you left off, Puka Nacua. He's back for the Los Angeles Rams. A lot of people talking about how his contract could have been something that made him not go to training camp, but it does feel like, nice Michigan glove, it does feel like him and McVay are very tight from my understanding of being around them. Feels like they are very close. Everybody just kind of understands Puka's probably going to get a deal, and this is going to be something forever, partnership forever, and there's going to be no drama as they figure it out because of everything they've been through together, and they both recognize each other's importance to each other?
Yeah, I think the Rams have been pretty public about the fact that his offseason was a little unique, and it wasn't exactly the way that a lot of people had it planned. And so I think Sean McVay was the one that talked about it being a partnership, and they have to be in this together, and they want to see certain things. Look, Puka Nacua is one of the single very best players in the National Football League. And at some point in time, the Rams absolutely are going to want to re-sign him. Now, does that mean that deal gets done when camp opens? It doesn't sound that way. Is that a deal that they're going to work on through the summer? Very possibly. Is that the kind of deal that I could see coming into focus right before the season? That's possible, too. Any of these are all on the table, but we saw Jackson Smith and Jigba get paid earlier this offseason, reset the wide receiver market. Puka at some point is going to be able to do it, but I think that the Rams and they want to kind of have things stabilized before they get a deal done.
From my understanding, Coach McVay talked to Puka every day through everything, basically, and they are like this, actually. So I'm excited to see what they continue to grow in. Last question here about the Los Angeles Rams. Go ahead, Ty.
Yeah, Shefty, do we have any kind of update on Aaron Donald? I know, you've been following that very closely, but now that they're there and we kind of see everyone kind of getting into the swing of things, has there been any discussion or any kind of updates about when or if he's going to come back?
Well, Sean McVay talked about it this weekend, and he talked about the fact that Aaron's doing what he needs to figure this out. And I think that's what this is about. I think it's Aaron Donald getting himself into football shape to be able to put himself into position to where he feels like he can be Aaron Donald. And he's not going to commit to it until he feels like he's at that point, which he's working himself back into doing. Again, I don't think you go through what he's going through without, at the very least, seriously considering that you're going to be coming back and probably wind up coming back. But he's not there yet. He's still going through his process. I think he wants to make sure that he can be Aaron Donald before he signs off on being Aaron Donald.
Are you guys playing at Rolling Fields over there? Where you guys... Who are you guys playing at?
The rolling fields of Michigan. Steven Eisenberg's not doing a great job driving. He's much better donating than driving.
Don't you say anything about Eisenberg. Okay, that man's giving a lot of money to the West Virginia Mountaineers athletic department, and I appreciate him for doing that. I don't know what hole you're on, but I appreciate you joining us instead of hacking the hell out of whatever course you are on.
Backing up the course.
Couple more questions here as you are live from another money-raising thing for the Michigan Wolverines. Okay,
He's always there.
Yeah, but this is smart. Like, Michigan's got a lot of shit going on.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Michigan's got a lot of shit going on all the time. Their boosters and donors are always, this guy's been to 5 events already.
Exactly.
They got him working at all these things.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
all right, now get up there. Tell him everything you know. Thank you. Yep, we just got another $2 million donated for another quarterback here if we need him. Thank you. You go ahead up there. Golf with them, please. Do this. It's like they're running business up there for this entire thing. This is what the North's got going on in a lot of places. It's a separator there.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of a separator.
Guys, with the show, want to drive down for the fireside chat after dinner tonight, you're all invited.
Okay, if Eisenberg agrees to $10 million to West Virginia, I will come down there. I'll bring a guitar down to the fireside
go.
chat. We'll have a good time, Mr. Eisenberg. A good time, brother. Okay.
About it, Pat. He's thinking about it.
That's a good start.
All right. I don't know if you guys are boozing out there. I'd assume no, but we need you to get him a little intoxicated, get him on camera, get him committed to that. I think that's how this all works in the college football world. Hey, 2 minutes here. We got a couple questions we need you to answer. Go ahead, Tone.
Yeah, Shefty, Commanders need some wide receiver help, and for a long time, Brandon Ayuk was the guy that they thought was going to do it, and then there was that thing on Instagram between him and Jaden Daniels. So not sure if that's the case anymore, but the latest smoke is that Stephon Diggs could be a Commander. What's the latest with the veteran wide receiver market and potentially Commanders getting Stephon Diggs?
Well, I think the Commanders definitely will be in play for Stephon Diggs. I think that's a viable landing spot. I think the Ayuk situation with the Commanders, I think that's skids a little bit here. Like, I think that was on the track to happening, and it went off the track. And that doesn't mean it can't get back on the track, but again, I think there are people that wonder whether or not he wants to play. They've raised that question to me. So we'll see what happens there. But Stephon Diggs went to Maryland. They could use another wide receiver. He would be a great alternative. I could see the Commanders being in play for him.
All right, thank you so much, Shefty. We appreciate you, brother. Enjoy your day raising more money
Hit 'em straight.
for the Michigan Athletic Department, and we appreciate you filling us in on everything happening around the football world.
Have me, Pat. We'll be in touch this week. Enjoy the start of camps.
Eisenberg!
There he is. Go Mountaineers.
There you go.
Wow.
My man. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Adam Schefter.
Yeah, Shefty.
And Eisenberg.
He doesn't seem too concerned with the Mountaineers.
That's what I'm saying, though. Like,
But in a different
I was
conversation.
gonna say, it kind of sounds like he could wipe his ass with $10 million. So maybe he's just.
Michigan does these things every week.
Smart.
And people are wondering why they're able to. It's like they're running a business over there
Yeah.
with people that know business. I assume Eisenberg has other businesses.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But
probably.
he's probably also running alongside the Michigan Athletic Department. All right, we'll be back on the other side of this break. We got a great second hour. We got Darian Prescott joining us.
Okay.
And maybe who's going to end up coaching him? Be a friend, tell a friend, something nice might change your life.
You know what? I think there's only one thing left to do here. I've experienced cafecito time. I've experienced the wonderful culture. I've experienced the beautiful people, and I think we got some Canes over here. We got some Canes over here. We got some Canes over here. This day in Coral Gables is going to be one that I will remember for the rest of my life. Ray Lewis started his dance right here at Miami. Ed Reed started his legendary run here at Miami. The legends of football run deep. The moments are special. The national championships are in abundance. Just last year, a lovely University of Miami woman diver from Italy won a national championship. This thing's been staring at me all damn day.
You're out of your mind, brother. This is crazy.
Kirk, I'm a little winded.
That's what I was going to say. You talked the whole time you were running. I'll give you a chance to catch your breath, you son of a bitch. You're crazy.
I hope somebody got a lifesaver over there.
Is there a lot of that?
Or something. My man's out of breath.
It is a long way to the top.
Are you going to jump in your suit? Are you going to jump in that
Oh, my God.
Yeah, so
I'm tired for you.
Oh, my God. Yeah. Oh, he's going to take the jacket off. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, he's taking the shirt off now.
Okay. All right.
Looking ripped.
Yeah,
looking ripped.
fit.
Oh, he's taking the drawers off.
Ladies and gentlemen. The pants.
Not the drawers.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you come to this beautiful campus, you will notice quickly that the students here love this university. They love this atmosphere. And I'm with everybody. I think the U is back. Give me.
He's got the speed on. Oh, my God.
Give me the.
Canes, baby. Here it goes. Oh, God.
Here it goes. Feet together.
I think that was the lead so for the Pacer.
And he's got the U. Rushing it out.
Oh, my God.
McAfee with a refreshing plunge. Miami and Florida tonight. Let's have a look at that again. Check out.
The following program is a collection of stooges talking about happenings in the sports world. It is meant to be comedic informative. The opinions expressed on this show do not necessarily reflect the beliefs of their peers, their boss, or ESPN. There may be some cuss words because that's how humans in the real world talk. If you are young, please seek permission before watching any further.
Hey,
Why?
let's go.
This show stinks, and the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for.
McAfee on the line with a gorgeous assist.
The all-time leading tackler for the Green Bay Packers.
You pink.
Damn it! Be a friend, tell a friend something nice could change their life. Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to our humble abode, the DraftKings Thunderdome. On this magical Overreaction Monday, July 27, 2026, Hour 2 of the sports program begins now. Sports are the greatest, and we're so incredibly lucky that we get a chance to chat about them every single day. That's because all of you let us do that. How about this new board here, huh?
This thing's awesome.
Shout to Sharp Electronics for coming in here over the weekend and putting in a brand new board. You don't miss a single pixel.
No, you do not.
And with this one, that's actually correct.
Yeah, we've been told by a lot of tech people and TV people over the years here at the Thunderdome and at our last place that you're not missing a single pixel. And then we would see a scope on somebody's face every single time, so we didn't fully comprehend that. Sharp Electronics came in, they reached out to us, said, hey, we got some things we think you might like heading into a massive football season for us. Shout out to them coming in and putting this. We paid them. Okay, but shout out to them for their work. They came in and put this thing in piece by piece. They were here early morning, late hours to piece it all together. Not just the back wall there, as they had to put each individual 6x6. Back wall, and also the one right behind me here. They changed this entire thing out for us going into the season. Ooh. We appreciate the hell out of it. Yeah, a little bit of professionalism around here.
Looks good.
Clean.
A lot of people saying we don't have any of that.
That one's bigger too, right?
Yeah, there's a little bit bigger there. Yeah, a little bit bigger there. A little bit nicer, a little bit cleaner. Now, the issue is a lot of people don't expect this, but we have built our studio, this one, that we own and pay for and built and everything like that, more recent than most people in sports media as a whole.
Sure.
So we are finding ourselves a lot of the times to have to send in trans back to previous.
Yeah. Downgrade that shit now.
Yeah, but we just paid for.
I don't care. Not going to work. Downgrade it. Downgrade it right now. Degrade the quality.
Don't you think you guys should have to maybe, like, what are you talking about?
You have any idea how much that cost?
Yeah, I just paid for one. I actually.
Well, you should have consulted with someone else because we're going to need you to take that quality down a couple notches and then send it back to us.
Yeah, so the whole professionalism thing and all that stuff, it's like very interesting conversation as it comes to all of it. But we are lucky and thankful to do this. Shout out to Sharp Electronics doing something that they said they would do.
Yeah.
And executing that and making our show better. We are very, very grateful for that. The Talks the Table looks a little different today. At Tone Diggs and at Ty Schmidt. Obviously, Con Man's off celebrating his love. He got married on
Baby comment.
Saturday. We're incredibly pumped for it. Had a great weekend.
Great
weekend with the crew there from the Northeast and from South Dakota. Learned a little bit about the Lord as well through the entire process.
Amen.
And some new dance moves.
Yeah.
Because there was a lot of professional dancers there on the bride's side. It was a...
I thought you were talking from top.
Well, see, there was somebody who was trying to do that. I could do the jump through thing. Hey, boom. Almost takes a lady out that we don't know. Okay, obviously she had never seen the talk show before. Talk says, get me out of here. Get me out of here.
What did he think was going to happen?
Yeah, he thought he was going to jump right through there, land on his foot, and then everybody was going to go crazy if I had to guess. And remember, he normally does the ooh, right? Yep. He normally does a little bit of this and then drops this bad boy in. Offbeat, but very aggressive. This is a whole new thing. I believe this is the hopscotch one. People used to do that, the whole whoa, boom, boom thing. Yeah, I think he was trying to do that backwards because in his mind, with his state of mind, he thought that's how it was supposed to go. And it was a nice little, hey, this is kind of what Connor's modern and also Fairfield Stag Group kind of looks like. And I think it was a marvel to a lot of the people that maybe had never thought of experiencing something like this before. So, Talk, thanks for representing for all of us, pal.
Thank you, Talk.
And I'll tell you what, the people I heard from South Dakota and from Natalie's family inside that had never seen any of us before, the professional dancers, they said they're going to try to add this into one of the
one of
the moves, the fall and the exit part of the entirety.
I don't know which one was better, the dance move, the fall, or the exit.
I think the exit's good. Oh, my God. Okay. All right. That is his. Let me get out of here.
Do you think he's ever successfully completed that? Or he just had...
No, he's never done that before. Absolutely not. And why would he ever... Why would he ever...
But a better time to try.
Why would he ever think he could do that? This is the man who dropped 3 drinks in 17 seconds just last week.
It's true.
And
so close to blowing both of that poor girl's knees out, too. She was not in no shape or form was she thinking, hey, I got to worry about this guy tumbling into my knees wearing heels and potentially sending me on what has been a great night so far to the hospital.
She starts 13 feet away from him. He closes the gap.
Yeah, very quickly.
Very quickly. She was in a second row. She was just enjoying the show.
Yep.
Hey, a dance circle's happening.
Yeah.
Everybody was in there doing their asshole stuff.
His last attempt.
And then some of their dancers were in there. They're professional dancers.
Yeah.
Okay, so these people got one on deck. You know, they are ready for this entire moment. And I think Talk really was trying to represent for us. And I think he did. Talk, way to go, pal. Fairfield Stag. Stags up! Stags up! Yeah.
Yep,
there it is. Yep.
9-year NFL. Heard a lot of that. If you want to get a stag kind of goes through a little bit, go ahead and drop this thing down a little bit, Just this one's a little bit tougher than maybe this one. And then the wolf here, kind of if you want to howl, we can. But just remember, stags are tough, so maybe they're not just perfect. Okay. Those guys are the greatest. I've never been around that many, private school kids before.
Sure.
Literally, never in my life had I been around that many private school kids at one time for that extended amount of time without knowing. They had no idea who I was, I think, either. I think they know that Connor does this. I think they see clips, but I don't think they really follow that closely. What a time, these guys. I mean, they got the juice. They are having and they always have the same mindset. It feels like they have every different character was kind of in there. There's an Army Ranger. Okay, there's Captain America, literally.
Sure.
And he was. Name, Connor. Here's a finance guy. Name, Connor. Okay, here is sales guy. Name, Rob. Okay, and Rob is going to be a lightning rod. Who's getting married? Connor. Who's the real tall guy? Connor. Okay, so there's 4 Connors here. Yes. All right, sweet. And we represent all the different suit styles? Yes. Okay, sick. So it was, we're very happy for Connor. And Connor was very happy, which I think
he was.
Yeah, he was.
9-year NFL vet, Darius J. Butler is here.
Yes,
D-But, you look awesome right now.
Absolutely, you do too.
Joining us live from Manatee, Ohio, is a man who is a WWE 2K character.
Yeah.
He is a college football national champion, a Super Bowl champion, a Ryder Cup winner. Ladies and gentlemen, AJ Hawk. Hawker, we did see you execute that dance move at Connor's wedding. We just didn't get it on film. We apologize for that. But what a great weekend of celebration for old Con Man. And football is literally happening right now, AJ.
Yeah, nothing tells you football's right around the corner than watching Talk try to execute a move he's never even probably attempted before in his life. So the delusional confidence that he has to attempt that right there gives me hope for the future.
Yeah, I think Talk is somebody that He told me that he only thinks life 1 minute at a time. And I'll tell you what, something's never been more true. I don't know if he knew that even happened the next morning when somebody showed him, and then once he watched it, he forgot about it again. And he's not embarrassed by that. He just thinks next time needs to stick the landing. Every once in a while, we have a chance to be a part of a monumental day in an incredible athlete's story. And every once in a while, we get an opportunity to be a part of history being made. Every once in a while, we get a chance to be a part of a commitment, and it's a huge deal to all of us, and we're honored. It's once again time for somebody to decide where they're going. You know what, AJ?
What?
It's a big day for some big names.
Yeah.
Locking in the play in some big games. It's a big day for some big names. Locking in the play in some big games.
Where you going next? Recruiting is like chess. Yeah. Got a 4D if you wanna be the best. Announce it on the show. Oh, where you gonna go? Oh, everybody waiting, they all wanna know.
Hey, AJ, did you know?
Yeah. It's a big day. Some big names.
I do now.
Locking in the play in some big games.
Let me hear it. Okay, who's going where next? Ladies and gentlemen, joining us now, the number one player in Illinois of the 2028 class, a 6'6" edge, listed at anywhere between 6'4" to 6'6", at 220 to 245 or 255. What we're saying is an absolute monster out of Bolingbrook, a Raider. Ladies and gentlemen, Darion Scott.
Yeah.
How you doing, man? Oh no, oh no, oh no.
What's up, big dog?
Oh, there it is. Okay. How you doing, man? It's great to see you. Thank you so much for joining us. I want to make sure I get everybody right that's on camera there. We got Darius Prescott Sr. there to your right. Yep. Hey, what's up, man? Congratulations. Huge day. You look awesome. Felita Miller there to your left. Hi, Miss Felita. How you doing? Good to see you. You look amazing. And then Corey Levin over there. That a baby Corey. Okay. Darion, let's talk a little bit about this recruiting process. I'm always so interested to hear about the road to this particular day. You're 6'4" to 6'6", maybe 6'7". Who knows? The internet has you at like 6 different heights, but nonetheless, an absolute monster. How long has recruiting been happening for you, and how would you describe it for you and your family?
It's been a really good process. You know, I had started off in youth football. Coming in, the high school coaches will always be like, man, now we need him. So the recruiting been always there. I'll be getting calls from coaches left or right. So going into high school, when it was college recruiting, it was nothing different.
Do you play any other sports? We hooping, or we full-time getting to the quarterback?
Now I'll play basketball and I run track as well.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Love that.
Okay.
Makes sense.
All right. So, yeah, we were watching your highlights. It's not, you don't play like a track player either. I mean, you are – this is grit and grind in there while you're blowing up plays with a relentless work ethic. We are so pumped that we get to be a part of your story here. I want to talk to Darius now. Obviously, whenever you see your son dominating people on a football field, you get excited about the potential future. The modern world is now with NIL and a lot of confusion. How did you guys kind of balance all of that while keeping him kind of with a focused mindset on the football field?
Just taking everything a day at a time. Just making sure that he stays grounded. He is the best, you know, at everything that he does, and I just kind of keep him moving forward in regards to that. But you know, the relationships that he had with not only his teammates, his family, and everything around that, it just kind of keeps him settled and grounded.
It's unbelievable to hear. Miss Felita, how's this been for you, watching your boy kind of just take over the world? And it's really only the beginning of it all.
Exciting, breathtaking.
What's his favorite thing to eat? What do we like to eat at the house? What are we eating at the house?
If we're talking breakfast, pancakes. If we're talking dinner, mac and cheese.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, so this is a little bit of a great showcase of pancakes for breakfast, mac and cheese for dinner, quarterbacks for lunch, and being 6'6" is not something, you know, to mess around with. Well, Darion, thank you so much for allowing us to be a part of this. If you want to let the world know where you're headed, we'd all be honored to hear. This is the number one player in Illinois of the 2028 class, Darion Scott.
Yes, sir. First off, I want to thank my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Without him, I wouldn't be here today.
And also, I want to thank the people right next to me, my father, my mother, also my agent. Also, I want to thank my sister, Dariana. You know, I love my sister so much, and she always hold a special place in my heart. And I want to thank all y'all for being here today, and all the coaches that showed me, like, it takes a lot, you know. Every day waking up, sometimes I didn't want to do it, but, you know, I had to, boy, because the grind don't stop, and the work will always show. And with that being said, for the next 3 to 4 years, I'll be going to the University of Notre Dame.
Wow! Oh. Congratulations to Coach Marcus Freeman in Notre Dame picking up 5-star edge, #1 player in Illinois, Darion Scott. Now, I don't know if you know, Darion Prescott. I don't know if anybody knows this, but Marcus has like 15 5-stars this season, or this year, and then now obviously he picks up a 2028 5-star. Why Notre Dame and why Marcus Freeman for you, Darion Prescott?
Man, every time I've been visiting there for so long. When I got one of my first major offers, it was from Notre Dame, and it was the first school to ever believe in me, even after coming from a national championship. And Marcus Freeman was one of those main people that believed in me. Coming in, even with Coach Washington talking and leaving, man, that ain't mean a lot to me because at the end of the day, like, Notre Dame is home. And I always felt that way every time I visited, every time I came to a home game. And Coach Partridge, he was a great part of that too. Going down, we had talked for like an hour or two just on football, you know, on life and football. And I always respect the fact that it wouldn't be a coach just looking at me just as a player, but outside of that.
I appreciate the fact.
And Notre Dame does so.
Yeah, and Notre Dame also, their network, I mean, everything about going to Notre Dame, it seems like for the rest of your life, it's going to pay off. So let's go to Dad Darius. So your thoughts on Notre Dame being home now for your boy and the continued development of him becoming a man?
I mean, honestly, his gifts on the football field are evident. You could see it on film. You could see it in person. But the thing for me was his development as a man, you know, growing up, just kind of developing with a program. Notre Dame's coaching staff, Coach Freeman, Coach Partridge, they really, you know, they lock in with that. And it's not just about him as a football player, but also, you know, his education at the forefront and, you know, him just developing as a man. And we feel like that Notre Dame puts him in the best position to take things to the next level, but also develop him as a great person.
Miss Felita, you're gonna have to try some of these Irish potatoes. You're gonna have to try some of these Irish potatoes. They're gonna be a good time. We can't wait to watch your entire family enjoy South Bend, enjoy the Irish, and congrats to you all. Thank you for letting us be a part of this, Darion Prescott.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, baby Connor. Hey, those Notre Dame deals are big ones. That's good work there, Connor. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Darion Prescott.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Marcus Freeman's figured it out.
Yep. Yeah.
Turns out the Notre Dame thing is an advantage, not a disadvantage.
No.
You know, because previous coaches have said we're not able to get the good guys because Notre Dame, you know, it's just kind of tough or whatever. And it's like, well, now that NIL has opened up, Notre Dame has never, and I think Irish Catholics have never really struggled to find money, okay, or tithes, whatever you want to call it. I don't think they've ever really struggled to kind of find that. So now that has opened up a whole new door. And Marcus Freeman, AJ, is like the perfect brand builder if you were trying to make a modern college football team. And they pick up an absolute stud here, AJ.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned like what they have 14, 15 5-stars like committed. They just they keep bringing in the talent, but that's the thing though. Like they develop the talent as well, and I think Marcus has kind of helped them evolve into what this college football landscape is now. He's like old school, tough, hold you accountable coach, but he's also very relatable, and you know he dresses nice. He looks like he can relate to all these guys, and he actually can. So he seems like an absolute perfect fit for Notre Dame to be there for the next 30 years.
All right, as we drop that bottom third off quickly, joining us now, ladies and gentlemen, is the head coach of the Notre Dame Fighting Irish football team.
Oh, wow.
Just kind of, this is a random thing.
That's a coincidence.
Ladies and gentlemen, a man who has been tasked with taking an institution into a whole new era and has been doing it swimmingly with a phenomenal look.
Yeah.
So cool. Ladies and gentlemen, head coach Marcus Freeman.
Yeah.
How you doing, man?
What's up, guys?
Before we get into your program and what you're doing and everything like that, everybody that wants to kind of join it and everything. So shoot me straight here, Marcus. You just got away from the barber, like literally, or do you cut that yourself? Did that happen just before you got on? Can you please turn your head? Can you please turn your head to a side? I mean, that is like that is happening right now. That just happened like right before you got on. Is that an everyday thing, or is it just on special Mondays? You know, every once in a while, got to get
whenever it's necessary.
Okay.
You know, whenever it's necessary. So that could be a weekly, that could be a daily. It just depends when it's necessary, when I need one.
Okay, well, let's talk about on this particular day. We're learning a lot about your program and what you're building. We're talking about what it used to be like at Notre Dame versus what it is now, and how NIL obviously helps, but you kind of making it a brand that becomes desirable for folks has been very evident. What are the type of players that you're looking for at your Notre Dame, and why do you think you've been able to kind of find those culture setters for you so quickly and sustain it in a world where everything's such quick turnover?
Yeah, I mean, I think for us, we're looking for the best football players in the country that fit this place. And I say that all the time. What does it mean to fit Notre Dame? We're not a big city. It's a small college town that you have to go to class, that you're going to be challenged academically. But you understand the reward. You understand the value of not only the football development you'll get here, but the education and the network and what it can do for you beyond the game. And so we have to be upfront and honest with guys, because if you don't value those things, you're not going to be here long. You're not going to want to be here long. And so we've found the right guys so far that truly understand that and want to be a part of this program.
Okay, let's talk about how you're kind of building said program, because we're in a crazy era right now. Go ahead, Tone.
Yeah, Coach, obviously you guys use the portal some, but compared to the rest of college football, it's not a ton. Like, you feel like you're more of a homegrown roster, and you talked about, and AJ talked about you, and you talked about it, developing players when they get in there. Does that help with the recruiting process? Like, when you bring guys in and recruit guys, you say, like, hey, like, we're not going to bring in a ton of people from outside. We kind of homegrown and we develop guys. Does that help with the recruiting?
Yeah, I think that some people value that. I try to use it as a reflection of our program, and to see that, hey, these guys, they might not instantly get what they want. They might not be starters as freshmen. They might not even play as freshmen, but they believe in their roles. They believe in the brotherhood. They believe in what this place can do for them in the short term and the long term. So I think when recruits hear that, when parents hear that, I think they understand, okay, this is the type of program it's going to be, the culture that they have. And again, I like to sell that, hey, this is a place that's going to truly be made up of high school recruiting. We will supplement very little with some transfers, but we have to continue to make sure our foundation is built from the high school recruits.
Yeah, people wanting to stay is only because people see evidence of people getting better, you know, and Darion talked about that, Darius talked about that, Felita talked about that whenever we chatted with them earlier today. It's like you are a guy who develops very well. Let's talk about the most important position. Go ahead, AJ.
Yeah, Marcus, what about quarterback C.J. Carr? Like, everything I feel like we hear about him from people that have watched a little bit and seen him work out all, spring, summer, everything, is that this guy's an absolute stud. He's a monster. He's a competitor. Like, everything you want at the quarterback position. Can you talk about what I guess he brings to the team, what kind of leader he is?
Yeah, I mean, you think about a coach's kid, a national championship grandfather. You think about the pedigree. He is a reflection of that. Like, he's a talented individual. And I remember his redshirt freshman year, where we were going to the national championship that year, he wasn't going to play. He was redshirt, and he wasn't even on the depth chart if we had one. And so I remember watching him prepare as if he was a starter. He would be in the indoor walking through practice scripts and going through his development. And I knew at that point, I said, he's not going to wait to be the guy to continue to develop. He's going to do that now as a freshman. And it speaks volumes of who he is. And now you're seeing a guy that is leading the team, not even just the offense. He is leading the team, and man, his work ethic has been there since day one, right? And so that's who he is, and you're seeing the results of that on the football field.
I loved the development from week one all the way through the end of the season, because saw a little wiggle early against Miami, saw some dog in him early. It's like, wait a minute, got some athleticism there. Looked like he was going to have to kind of figure it out as he went. Certainly did. Towards the end of the year, everybody's like, is Notre Dame one of the best teams in the country. Ty has a question for you.
Yeah, Coach, and you were one of the best teams in the country, and then you guys got snubbed and got left out of the playoff and all of the stuff that came with that. And then we looked at the group of 5 and, saw what happened in that first round. But how have you taken what happened at the end of last year and maybe use that as motivation for this year's team? Because you guys obviously, a lot to be done still, but, preseason-wise, I think you have the second best odds to win the national championship. Has that been a big, point of conversation? Is using the snub at the end of last year kind of has motivation for this year's group?
Yeah, I don't ever use that term, we got snubbed. I said we didn't make the playoffs, and we didn't do the things it took as a program to make the playoffs. And so when you own that and you do say it's your fault, now you're able to use that to make you better, right? And so I think if we use the excuse we got snubbed out of the playoffs, now we're going to say, hey, let's just do what we did last year. It was the committee's fault, and not change and enhance what we've done. And so I think we've used that to evaluate, okay, we can't start the season 0-2. How do we truly look at our process from January till the end of August to really evaluate, like, are we doing what's best? Is there a better way to do it? And we've, in certain areas, tried to change and enhance certain things that we're doing. As we get ready for training camp, we'll maybe change it just a little bit and in hopes that this new process is going to produce a better result as we get into September and we play an opponent.
Hey, Coach, I know as a player, you're always learning regardless of how long you play at this college, in the league, as an assistant coach. Now as a head coach, going to I believe, your 5th full year, what's been the biggest lesson you learned in those first 4 years that you're carrying into this year?
You're going to lose. I tell you what, like, as we all look at our journeys, we look forward, you never look at the disappointments and the failures that really come with that. But I think if I could give myself or any first-time head coach any one bit of advice, you're going to lose. And embrace that. Use those failures and disappointments to make you better. You have your most growth. I say that because I think you learn lessons inside, right? You learn inside lessons into your mentality, into your preparation on the inside, your mindset to where you failed at for the opportunity you had. And so that's the thing I've learned. I hope we never have another loss as long as I'm the head coach at Notre Dame. But, there's probably a good chance it's going to happen. And you have to embrace it. It stinks. It hurts. It sucks. But use it to make you better.
Yeah, well, I know losing stinks. But if you win at Notre Dame, they got a statue forever.
Oh, yeah.
I can't wait to see it. You're the man. Thank you for joining us, brother.
Good to see you guys, man. Good to see you. Congrats on the little one.
Thank you, baby boy Midas. There's a chance maybe he'll learn how to spin it a little bit. And I'll tell you what, I was watching these flag football championships this weekend that they had up there in Westfield. Okay, so the Bears are coming to Indiana. Notre Dame's in Indiana. Obviously, the Hoosiers are in Indiana. Colts are in Indiana. And I think this flag football national championship or international championship is going to be here for a while, too. A lot of good ball here in the state of Indiana, Freeman.
Fever.
Amen. Amen. It's no longer just a basketball state.
Exactly.
You're the man. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Marcus Freeman.
Hey, Coach.
You left Fisher's Freight out of there, too.
Well, the Fisher's Freight, they need to start winning some games. They need to start winning some games.
Heartbreaker.
Yeah, I don't know if they play any defense, which is kind of far.
Might get the scoreboard.
AJ, did you see everything in our studio went out in the middle of that conversation while Marcus Freeman was talking?
Yeah, I thought you handled it pretty well, though. What the new LED, what happened?
I don't think it was just the LED. I think it was the entire thing. Now, we didn't have a uninterrupted power supply going to these boards, which immediately upon hearing that, I thought that was a nightmare catastrophe situation. So that ended up being a part of the problem. Yeah, the boards actually go out, and then ESPN's still on commercial. I guess I would assume that our
connection to ESPN is not working. I guess YouTube stayed live the entire time.
Okay, so they should just take our YouTube. So we should think about sending them our YouTube feed if we could potentially get that into the transmission. That'd be great. Yeah, full chaos over here. Shout out to YouTube still watching now and connecting somehow.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Never lost that. That was cool.
It is cool that the construction happening outside has not interrupted us at all.
Not one bit.
You know what I mean? I don't think it's
surprising. It's surprising. There's a lot of work going on out there.
We put a cooler outside, with like drinks and some jams in there, obviously. So they, we're trying to, and on top of it, it says, "Hey boys, enjoy whatever you need here. Please don't touch our internet or our power," because it's all very sensitive out here and it's running through our entire property. And they're building a roundabout, and You know, the people that are supposed to, I've learned a lot about construction sites now. The people that are supposed to mark where those things are, I guess sometimes they're off 5-10 feet.
Yeah.
So
that's crazy.
That's not big.
no, yeah, especially whenever you're talking about
not
it, just like
important.
when you're talking about like 20 feet of space, possibly
Yeah.
to be off 5 to 10. That's only a quarter. It's only a quarter and a half off.
Yeah.
Right there.
But I guess the spotters, some of them are great. I guess from my understanding, they are the professionals.
Yeah.
They could find whatever. I guess some of them are just pretty new to the job and just kind of were told some things, and then they just kind of throw those little flags down.
Yep.
And if they just put it in a straight enough line, everybody's like, "That's probably right." Turns out, I don't know if anybody has been outside of our place
I think
yet.
they missed one today. They need some geothermal goggles, okay, to be able to look underground.
We will
see the
supply them.
wires.
We would like to let them know we would like to donate those to construction crew if that is possible, because it is a bit chaotic whenever all the lights go out. Hey, we're back.
Okay.
All right.
Nice.
Boom.
Back on ESPN. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the DraftKings Thunderdome on this Overreaction Monday. We'd like to tell you that we experienced full power outage, but we were still streaming live to YouTube, which would probably mean ESPN Plus and Disney Plus are still going. But for some reason, we could not get it to Bristol to go on to ESPN. We have missed you. We've talked about a lot of things. We've got these new LED boards, but we do not have uninterrupted power supplies on the back of both of these, which was a poor decision. And I would like to say I do not like that was made without full conversation, but the sharp electronics were certainly incredible and look good. Don't know how to get this one back on, but if we do, just know that it'll look very, very good. And the power to the entire building went down, and we're still able to stream. So that means something was doing something good.
Yeah.
Now, there's a roundabout being built right outside of our place. We have a cooler out there for the boys. You know, I got some waters in there. Got some Gatorades in there.
Yeah.
Got some Red Bulls in there.
Jams.
We got some jams in there. Grape coming soon. The boys can't wait. I know
boy.
it. And right on top of the cooler, it says like, hey, please don't hit our power supply or our internet. Now, what I've learned through this entire construction process is these boys aren't trying to crack our power supply.
No.
They're just misinformed by the people that are laying down the flags. I guess the flag droppers that we all believe in so much are sometimes off by a bit.
Just a hair.
Oh, and our generator gave out, which is good. This is like insurance. You know, whenever you need it, it's not there. And that's great news. Of course. Everything that could go wrong did go wrong from a power situation. And somehow we maintained live on YouTube, ESPN Plus.
Show goes on.
Nice.
Good for us, man. Could have been an attack, too. Somebody could have been cutting our power or our
Definitely.
internet. That has
Yeah.
happened before, we thought, especially downtown, whenever the homeless people were just jumping on the power supply.
That did happen.
That's why we have it out here, but thank you for sticking with us. And this back screen right here is an empty canvas. You see, this is just an empty canvas here on what the NFL season could be.
Exactly.
You got 6 teams that have already reported at training camp. You got 26 more coming tomorrow. And this is on the board for all of them. It is up to us to write our story.
Well said.
From now until February
14th, actually.
2027.
It's Valentine's Day this year.
We will find our love and happiness in our teams and our stories, as anybody can win the Super Bowl, even the Cleveland Browns, right, AJ? Even the Cleveland Browns.
Yes.
Shador Sanders is going to be the quarterback of that team. He did an interview and he said he was from Cleveland, and everybody in Cleveland was like, "Ain't nobody that played for our teams ever say except for LeBron," and he says Akron. If this guy's saying he's from Cleveland, let's do that. He shows up. He does the philanthropy, does the charity. Whenever he gets on the field, there's a bunch of energy. They win some games. So what? He completes 6 passes.
Big deal.
Won a game.
Yeah, I did win that.
If we're winning, who cares? The people of Ohio love the thought of Shador being the starting quarterback, or they all understand that Deshaun Watson, who got the largest fully guaranteed contract in the history of the NFL, is probably going to get some reps if he's healthy and available. How do the people of Ohio feel about the quarterback situation cooking in Cleveland, AJ?
Yeah, I think the people, at least that I know, I'm around a lot of Browns fans. I don't think they care who the starting quarterback is, who, as long as they play well and they get the team wins. I don't think they're tied to either person, but they do. I think they're educated enough to understand if Deshaun Watson is healthy, how much money he is getting paid, and that he's going to get every good look to be the starting quarterback. But I think they honestly feel very good about Shador as well.
Yeah, I like the thought of the Cleveland Browns being good, especially with Monken coming in there with his baggy jeans and his coffee and no celebration that there's a new head coach. But in that AFC North, you got a lot of storylines developing.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers obviously back with the Pittsburgh Steelers, seemingly more mentally and physically healthy than he's ever been.
Great space.
He's already getting ice cream up there.
Yeah, he is. Him and Ben Skoranek is one of his wide receivers, are always getting some ice cream together. Him and Mason are always. Aaron loves ice cream. Now that I think about it, there's a lot. The only time you ever see him out in Pittsburgh, he's getting ice cream.
Well, how could you not love ice cream? I had some, there's drumsticks. They make miniature ones.
Oh yeah. Daughter loves them.
That's a one-biter.
I know. It's kind of a problem.
Have you ever seen these things?
Does it come in a pack of like 10 though?
Yes. Yeah.
I would imagine.
It's a two-packer, actually, 10 each.
Yep.
They stack on each other. You pull it out, kind of open it up. What's that? It can't be that good. Oh, my God.
Solid.
It's every good bite of a drumstick in one bite. And then you see the second one sitting there, and you got to open the plastic a little bit more. You get in there, put it in. Oh, my God. Are these the greatest? And who we get this for, my daughter or me? Who cares?
Both.
You get a third one in there.
Exactly.
And all of a sudden, you ate 30% of that thing.
Well, and now the plastic's 30% gone, so you kind of just gotta just keep
That's
going.
true.
You have to eat 4.
Yeah, exactly. And if you eat 4,
Did I knock out half of this thing?
Yeah, exactly. And then if you get halfway, you kind of just have to eat the rest of that.
Yeah, and I'm going to say that you cannot have those around. If you would like to not become absolute fatso, do not have the mini drumsticks within arm reach. Those things right on this shelf, too.
Oh.
Staring at you every
Full,
time.
right there.
That's a tough place for them to be.
Right next to what? The Snickers one. They got a miniature one.
Snickers ice cream bars, absolutely.
Have you seen the miniature ones?
I have not seen
No.
them.
Yeah, I haven't seen those either.
Oh, my God. We're talking, like it's popcorn.
I bet.
You're eating these drumstick. Snickers, me. It was a rough weekend. I woke up this morning, looked in the mirror, and said, hey.
Enough of the drumsticks.
Test your discipline.
Don't open that freezer. But I have to because Joms is in there.
Sure.
True.
Is that Ben & Jerry's? You know what I mean? There's a lot of that going on. I mean, it's problematic, especially with how nice the weather's been.
Oh, I know.
Sun's been shining. We're celebrating love with Connor. Come walking out, me and daughter. She's in her Elsa dress. We're kind of walking through. She wants something. Let's open this up with her. I know what we're eating. Let's do it. You and me. Wait, you're way too young to be doing it.
Yeah, those
Come yeah, excuse me, that ain't happening. It's been a lot of interesting little developments. Jackson Smith and Jigba and Cooper Kupp are putting on shows out at the Seattle Seahawks. Here's JSN, best wide receiver in football last year. Obviously, he's incredibly smooth, fast, and has 2 trophies for winning Offensive Player of the Year. And I think he's the only one that could say that. And then Cooper Kupp, he told us last week that everything's going to be on Hard Knocks. So if it happens, it'll be on camera. Yeah.
Sick.
Highlight. Thank you, Cooper Kupp, for telling us you would do it and then go ahead and do it in the first weekend. NFC West fully at training camp, and there's a lot of studs out, AJ.
They are, but are the Seahawks flying under the radar to you? Doesn't it feel like that for being defending Super Bowl champions? Like, not a whole lot of people, I feel, give them a chance to run it back-to-back, do that.
Rashid Shaheed, we remember him from the playoff run, taking one to the crib in Seattle at a deafening pace. I mean, yeah, nobody's really talking about the Seahawks. On that note, why don't we do it? Let's pick the NFC West.
Okay.
Let's pick our NFC West champions, as they are all back at training camp. They're the only division fully back. The others will be joining tomorrow. The NFC West sits with the Los Angeles Rams, with the assumed addition of Aaron Donald to the Myles Garrett, McDuffie, Watson, and reloaded LA Rams defense, odds-on favorite? Or is that just because more people have been betting on them that the sportsbooks put them as the odds-on favorite? Because sometimes they'll dance with the lines to offset the cash. The Seattle Seahawks reigning Super Bowl champs, plus 205. The Niners right behind them with Coach Shanahan watching, not coaching right now after he was in a very, very seemingly serious car crash on July 14th. And then the Cardinals sit there at plus 1 million.
So that's absurd.
It's plus 10,000.
Might as well be plus
1.5 million. Nathaniel Hackett, if he has anything to say about it, they'll get better. And also, Jeremiah Love's going to understand he's a rook-ass.
He's not touching the field if Hackett has anything to say about it.
He's a rook-ass. Rook.
I earned it.
As a running back, you guys took like top 3, though. That's got to mean something.
Yeah, it does.
The draft, is that right now? No, it's just training camp, dude. Doesn't matter how you get in the building. I don't give a fuck how much money they're guaranteeing. They're guaranteeing like a running back, like $30-40 million. Yeah. I mean, before he even steps foot on the field. That's a huge deal that's happening to a running back. Rook. I haven't seen a single yard in the NFL, says Nathaniel Hackett, and I love that. Now, AJ, do you want to go out on a limb because that's where all the fruit is and pick the Arizona Cardinals to win the NFC West, or who do you got as your NFC West champions whenever it's all said and done?
I mean, you would think when you look at how this is, the odds right now for the NFC West, I would think, yeah, that seems about right, doesn't it? Like this seems like the right order. But if I'm picking it, you know what? I'm going to have to trust my instincts. I'm taking Seattle over the LA Rams there in the NFC West, and then San Fran Cardinals to follow after that.
Okay, so you got the Seattle Seahawks, then you have the Los Angeles Rams, and then Niners Cardinals, 1, 2, 3, 4. Only had to pick the winner, didn't have to pick the entire slate. AJ Hawk diving in there deep to let everybody know where he sees them at. Let's go to the toxic table at Ty Schmidt. Your thoughts on who wins the NFC West?
I'm kind of in the same boat as AJ. It's tough not to take the Seahawks, but listen, I feel like the Rams, the way we've been talking about them, they should be like, I don't know, minus 175, minus 200 to win the division. So with them sitting at plus 100 right now, give me the Rams.
Okay.
And this is pre-Aaron Donald as well.
This is with or without Aaron Donald?
Exactly.
Yeah.
This is how you feel.
Yeah, and I'm assuming that Aaron Donald is going to be a Ram this year. So, yeah, give me the Rams.
So Ty's saying, hey, I'm not some superhero here saying the Los Angeles Rams, but the sportsbook and I seeing the same thing. Let's go to 9-year NFL vet, Darius J. Butler. D-Bot, who do you like to win the NFC West?
You know what? We did the picks, I think Super Bowl picks, the day Myles Garrett was traded.
Yeah.
Maybe I was caught in the moment, but I picked the Rams. I said, hey, reigning Defensive Player of the Year, reigning MVP, I'm going to go with the Rams. But AJ talking about the Seahawks, Coop coming on talking about the Seahawks, and Mike Mack. I'm still going with the Rams because of all those things. Not only that, on the offensive side of the ball, you still got Puka, who now is going to be contract year Puka, maybe brand new, fresh-minded Puka. And Devontae Adams. A lot of people aren't talking about him, but he has to be very, very, very hungry for a championship. He's been close numerous times in his career, so him being there as well. And then you still have studs. I'm with Ty, too. This is without Aaron Donald, because you still have a bunch of studs across that defensive line where you win and lose football games. Got to figure some things out, I would say, on that second level. But, yeah, I'm all in on the Los Angeles Rams winning the NFC West.
To your point about Devontae Adams, most red zone touchdowns in 2025, Stafford to Devontae, 12. Now, those touchdowns could have came from a half a yard. You know, could have been a yard. Who cares? Getting into paint's getting into paint. Now they continue to add to that. AJ, it does feel like the Los Angeles Rams are an all-star team, and that's why it's hard not to just go ahead and pick them. There's currently two guys in the Thunderdome, Matt Ty Schmidt and D-Butt, on Los Angeles Rams to take the NFC West. AJ Hawk says, give me the defensive goats. Give me the Seahawks and McDonald. AP Tone, a man who has votes on all the AP awards. Who do you like? Who do you hate?
Yeah, last year, obviously, the Seahawks win the Super Bowl. The Rams and the Seahawks played 3 times. Their games were decided by 7 points total over those 3 games. So an incredible matchup last year. I believe the winner of that in the playoffs was probably going to win the Super Bowl. The Rams did not get worse. They definitely did get better, but the Seahawks did not get worse either. They lost K9, Kenneth Walker, to the Chiefs, but they added Jadarian Price, the running back out of Notre Dame in the first round, who I think is really, really good. And I love the Seattle Seahawks defense. That's going to be the difference for me. I'm going to go Seattle, the reigning, defending Super Bowl champions, to win the division as well.
Okay, so we got 2 on the Rams, 2 on the Seahawks. And then it all comes down to this.
Cardinals.
Yeah.
Yeah, like no one
like
picked the
it.
Cardinals.
I like it.
This is for the Cardinals.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Oh! Actually gave that a go, huh?
Okay, this is for the Niners.
Okay.
Oh!
Close division.
All right. Here we go.
This is for the Seahawks.
Okay.
Oh, my God.
See, it's going to be a good battle.
Yeah, I mean, it's close.
It's for the Rams?
Yep.
Sure.
All right. I'm not picking
Might
anybody.
have a 4-way tie.
I didn't know that. That's crazy. 4-way tie.
Not picking anybody, huh?
Give me the
Kind of worried about the Rams. That one wasn't even fucking close.
Yeah, I know.
that ball's different
Yeah,
size.
ball stunk.
I mean, don't say different size because you threw the 1940 ball.
Oh, he's
for
throwing
the
the Subway ball.
Here we go.
Hey, happy, go. Or John, what did he say? Papa John's. What was that commercial?
That was happy, was it?
Well,
No, yeah, but didn't Papa John's had to go
Yeah,
long?
he
or
did.
something like that. I forget what it was. First time I saw him, I did that, and then he put his fist in the middle of my chest as we were taking
Papa?
a photo. Yeah.
It's unlike Papa.
No, he's pretty reasonable, but
He's a cool-headed guy from what I've...
He's almost there.
Just had some internal battles.
He's almost there.
Jeez, okay.
Strong.
He's almost got it all the way out.
here we go. This is for the Rams?
Yeah.
This is for the Rams.
Yep.
Oh, no.
I mean, in no world was that ever going to
Set Hut. Rams. All right, nobody wins it.
Okay.
All right, so I'm not picking anybody. It's
Nobody.
tied. Seahawks and Rams, 2-2.
Okay.
Good for you guys.
I'll go 9-8.
I could see them both winning. And you know what? The Niners, now that they got Kyle Shanahan to play for, I mean, have we even started thinking about what Kyle Shanahan's going to do to this team? That was crazy, AJ. People are not happy that it was not reported immediately upon it happening. More specifically, Florio is not happy that.
There we
we're
are.
back.
Oh,
Look at us.
This one down here was like, hold the phone. I'm not all the way back. Just starts rattling a little bit. Let me cook this thing a little bit. This thing might go out, but that makes the water kind of come alive, whatever the case is. But Shanahan not being reported for a while is interesting until it was off season. It was a hospital probably. I guess somebody could have reported it from maybe the ambulance or the police or something like that. Could have got the information. If this was a player, would this have gotten out? Definitely, right?
Yeah.
You would think so.
A star player.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I genuinely don't know.
That's a serious car accident. Like, very serious.
40 stitches in his face?
Broken nose, broken hand, broken ribs.
severe concussion too.
Yeah.
Didn't who was it? Was it Dr. Chow who said when he said severe concussion that gave him like some worry because you usually don't say severe.
Well, they said he's in the concussion protocol. Like that's why he's not doing interviews and stuff like that because they said they're treating it like a player concussion protocol, so he can't do anything until he's out of that.
I like that they have that as a way for him to be around without having to deal with having to answer a bunch of these questions that will certainly be coming at him because all we should be worrying about is him, recovering from this entire thing. I like that he's there, but not really full bore. Chris Forrester will kind of take the reins on that, boys, as we go forward. And, man, we're pulling for Shanahan, though. And then the story out of Kansas City with Bieniemy's wife, with the son being charged, is just like crazy way. This is an insane way to start training camp, I think, for all of us, AJ.
Yeah, it is. And the Shanahan, why are people upset that it didn't report it right away? It wasn't a criminal case. It was a guy got hurt in a car crash. I guess, I don't know. I guess there's nothing. Yeah, it should have been reported. I don't know how. The whole timeline of it is just weird to me.
Yeah, I guess it kind of does make it seem a little sketchy when it is not reported because, like we said, if this was a starting quarterback and something like this happened and it went unreported and it came out, regardless of what the details are, when you first hear about it, it's like, okay, damn, this is huge news. Especially, you say it's in the middle of summer, but that's when the new NFL news is most dead. So that's when everybody that's covering the NFL, and you think about some of these, insiders that are connected to the Niners as well. So I can see why people, I wouldn't be, upset about it, but, the most important thing is that he's, T's and P's that he's getting better.
Yeah, definitely T's and P's. We got some big money conversations. Robert Kraft said he offered Christian Gonzalez the highest contract in the history of the Patriots and also cornerbacks. And I guess he said no?
Yeah, why say no?
Here's Robert Kraft talking about it.
With Christian Gonzalez, any thoughts on that as you enter camp?
We love Christian Gonzalez. We love him as a player, as a person. That's why we've made an offer to him that makes him the highest paid player ever to play that position in the NFL. And coincidentally, it's the highest contract in the Patriots franchise history. So we're glad we drafted him and he's developed here and we hope he'll be with us for a long time.
What does that mean, D-Bud? He's still waiting to see what that value actually means in terms of maybe some comps. Mm-hmm. Is there maybe another deal that might get done before his could potentially get done to see where the market is? What do you think is the reasoning behind Gonzo, who has lived up to the hype of being the guy, not only for the Patriots, but just across the league?
Absolutely. First of all, I love Robert Kraft. I love, what he does. I hate when teams or organizations or owners come out and say things like that because they kind of already puts the player, I think, in a bad light as far as the fans go. It's like, oh, you've been offered to pay the highest paid corner ever in history. Why not just sign it? Being greedy, blah blah. But we know
this is negotiation.
It is, yeah. It's a lot of details that go into it. It's a lot of back and forth. Who knows what language he doesn't like or does like that's in it? We know he has the same agent as Devin Witherspoon as well, who we expect to get a big payday. But they love him. He's done everything right on and off the field. I think ultimately it will get figured out. Hopefully before the season, he's earned it. But I hate that, I guess, that posturing, like you said, a negotiation from the Patriots. But I feel like the relationship is good. It hasn't gotten ugly. He's there. He's showing up. He's practicing. So hopefully it gets worked out sooner or later.
We talk about, When people have leverage, they're going to use it. Gonzo has leverage.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he definitely has leverage here for how good of a player he is. He's earned his way into that point. And, Robert Kraft is doing some public negotiating right now. If you see him, let him know. Highest paid Patriot, but think of all the great Patriots now.
Yeah.
That's what he's saying.
Yeah.
Think about all the great Patriots. This guy's going to make way more. Way more. Now, granted, that's not fair because every player in the modern day is certainly going to make way more than any of the players of the past because where the NFL is, which takes me to the Green Bay Packers, who obviously they're publicly owned, so their financials get learned by everybody. Green Bay, remember, small market, huge fan base though, but certainly a small city. The numbers are staggering. Packers reported financials and reported $453.2 million in national revenue coming from the NFL last season. That's just showing up from the NFL. Congratulations. This is what we've been able to accomplish. You know those super duper Tuesday afternoon games that we're putting on Prime and Tubi? Yeah. They're doing really good for us, actually. You know the Netflix deal where we got Christmas, Christmas Eve, Christmas post Eve, Christmas Tuesday, Christmas Wednesday, and even Thanksgiving 2 days beforehand? That's all coming to this. All the deals that they negotiate obviously benefit the players in the collective bargaining agreement in which the 50%, 49.5% or whatever it is. And it certainly benefits the ownership. 32 teams, each receiving this every single year, and that number is only going to go up and to the right. And this is why Roger Goodell is getting a new deal for however long he wants the deal to be. The sport is very healthy. This is just the Green Bay Packers, once again, who are in Green Bay, Wisconsin. The reason why we know so much about the Green Bay Packers and how much money they make is because they're publicly owned, which came into a big deal during the COVID lockout and the figuring out of the salary cap on the other end of it, how much money can be dropped, how much money can be there, how much money are teams making, how much can they spend. The Packers are a wagon, and that's only more evident now. Let's go to one of the owners of the Green Bay Packers. Ty Schmidt, life's good for you owners of the Packers, eh?
Yeah, I mean, another great fiscal year. You got to be happy about that as we are. What a healthy league. Wow. Are you kidding me? I mean, and we've talked about this in the past. I'm sure that everyone else doesn't really love that this stuff gets released, and it kind of just shines a big light on how much money the NFL is actually making. But this is just staggering. It's just crazy. This is just for existing, pretty much. You just get a nice $453.2 million check for being part of the league, but. Yeah, I mean, it's awesome, and it is kind of cool because otherwise we would never be privy to this kind of stuff if we didn't have a team like the Packers who had to open their books like once a year.
All told, the Packers reported $132.5 million in net income for the fiscal year. They also reported $133.6 million in non-operating income from net investment games, both local and national, and the NFL's sale of NFL Network to ESPN. And the NFL now becomes a percentage owner of ESPN moving forward, currently under Disney's umbrella, but who knows what future holds for anybody 10, 15, 20 years from now. So it's a wonderful time to be an owner in the NFL and be a part of the NFL, it seems like, even if it's Green Bay and there's how many of you owners out there?
Oh, thousands and thousands.
So they divvy all this up and send it to your email?
I'm expecting a check. I don't know when it'll get to my house, but yeah, I might add another room to my house or something like that because we had a pretty good year, as you can see. So
as long as they owe you never go broke.
Yeah, well said. Well said.
Yeah, speaking of that, Aaron Burrell in the athletic training room of the Indianapolis Colts owes me $20.
Okay.
For a Gatorade bottle shot during the 2015 offseason.
Okay.
And Clyde Christensen owes me, I think, $30 for a putt made on a golf course in Tennessee in 2018. So if this all crashes, like our power did earlier,
Sure.
I got $40 from those two guys.
Pretty cool.
Coming in hot.
And there's interest on that shit, too. They need a little bit of juice.
Without a doubt.
Foxy, I'll get you that 5-0 as well.
Thank you.
Yeah, smart.
Yeah.
Smart to get that off the books, so you don't owe anybody.
Fast pay, make fast friends.
That's right. Clyde Christensen's the interesting one because he is the one that says fast pay, fast friends. And I start thinking to myself, I made a putt on you.
Interesting.
Where's he at now? Well,
UNC?
Is he?
Is he? No, he's not.
I'll tell you what. I think he's at App State.
App State, yeah.
Oh, no.
We will definitely talk about because it's huge news, and it is somebody that we know. I'm kind of learning in real time. I guess I kind of had a suspicion, but I'm learning in real time. People hate Michael LaFleur.
What do you mean? The response of
our sweet
what have you heard? What has the response been?
Just go look at X.
Dude, people are super pumped at this
He's on
guy.
paid leave, right? Paid leave, correct?
Administrative leave, and then there's Pete Thamel reporting human resources. Got in the whole thing, and
innocent
man,
until proven guilty.
Of course, there's an investigation going on.
Investigation play out.
There's an investigation going on. We have not been in contact. I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's almost like
exactly.
Even this thing doesn't even want us to talk about. I mean, did we know that everybody hates this guy? I had no idea. He comes on the program, and he delivers for us, man.
Every time.
I mean, every time. But I guess I'll go back and what's he delivering on? Some hard truth for me.
Yeah.
So right now he's facing a little music, So I think there's a lot of people that have been on maybe the other end of the hard truth, and they're saying, "Wow, great to see this guy fall again." It's like, well, it's an investigation, but I did not expect this overwhelming response of glee from people about what's going on down there.
Yeah, we talked about that this morning. This is honestly maybe one of the most shocking things in human history to me. And there's been some very shocking things in the history of our civilization. But listen, it certainly feels like everyone in the football world and maybe the world as a whole hates this guy except for us. And I'm grasping at straws. I'm trying to understand it. I don't get it. Lambeau is very jovial. He's very funny. He's very nice and charming every time we talk to him. And then every time there's a little bit of strife or a little bit of, maybe, hey, now's the time to get your knives out.
This is a pretty big one, though.
It is.
This is huge. We don't know what the investigation can hold, but it's not. It doesn't sound.
It doesn't
nothing
sound
sounds
good.
great.
But even last year, like when they get beat by TCU, people are like, oh, yeah, great. This dipshit who thinks he knows everything about football. Oh, looks like he doesn't. He's got a terrible raw. I mean, every chance people get to take the knives out and go at Lambeau, they do. And I don't get it. I don't understand it. It's crazy.
I know the college world wasn't happy when they came in and said that they were going to be the 33rd NFL team. I know that they didn't love that, so that any time that they have taken a misstep, which over the first year or so has been a couple missteps, they do not miss on chances to take shots at Bill and Lambeau and the UNC.
It's just the college football world.
That's what I'm talking about.
Now the NFL world.
What do you know the answer to that?
I'm just as
I
shocked
thought you were
as
talking
Ty.
just college. Yeah, I'm with Deba.
Yeah, not the NFL. I mean,
I'm telling you, and once again, investigations taking place. We will continue. Who knows what that is? We hope, obviously, nothing super devastating takes place for anybody's life, especially in football. And I'm not talking about Lambeau. I'm talking about whoever's found. I hope whatever that, we will continue to update the world on that. It's not like because we know Lambeau very well that we'll shy away from it. This is a huge piece of story, especially because we know the entire situation. We're in college football pretty big at UNC. We know them very well. They both were a part of this program and made appearances on this program before they went there. So, obviously we will talk about it in our world. But the surprising thing was, how happy everybody was to see this happen to them. And it's like, man, I didn't know that. I guess we're in our own little bubble.
We must be.
But also, people hate the shit out of me, too. I
True.
mean, I kind of learned that more so than ever last week, I think. I had a lady today. I don't know if you saw it.
I saw it, yeah.
I wish you nothing but the worst. Go play in traffic. But jeez.
Go play in traffic.
Picture from
That's
a
an old
wedding.
one. I haven't heard that one in a couple years.
This picture for a wedding where I had an umbrella. I was smart. Everybody's super fashionable.
Tuxedo and an umbrella. That's the message.
I wish you nothing but the worst. That was a bar. I was like, that's hilarious. I mean, you had to really think about that. How am I going to tell this guy I hate him? It's like, geez Louise. But Lambeau's getting it. And once again, we will continue to follow the story down there. He has been put on administrative leave. People are celebrating.
They are.
Yeah.
I will say, in a positive football note, the NFL Flag Championships delivered. Congratulations to the Seattle Seahawks representative team from Los Angeles that wins the girls' high school NFL Flag Championships. And I'm going to be honest whenever I say this, they were unbelievable. They won for 2 to win this thing in overtime. The Houston, Texas team won for 1. They go for 2. And Ava Ortman hits Maya Smith. Maya scored all 3 touchdowns. They're unbelievable. Flag football is the future. We continue online. ESPN has SportsCenter. Goodbye. I think we hit it.
Yeah, perfect.
Had to get that in there. I was so impressed by this flag football. And I tweeted about it, and I had a bunch of people telling me, like, okay, you'll show anything. It's like, first of all, what else is on? Okay, we got Scotty Scheffler right now chasing young lad. I like that. But this NFL Flag Championship, especially with a daughter now, who has great movement, and obviously we have a lot of access to football in this particular life that we are currently living. I was intrigued by watching it. It's happening in Indianapolis. Teddy Bruschi was on the call. He did great, and these girls are balling. And that's Maya right there. She's really good. She's always open.
Yeah.
Okay? She's always open. And she has a lot of moxie. She had a post-game interview, which I think we have actually. No, we do not have. Maya Smith did a post-game interview after scoring the 2-point conversion to win this thing. So the other team, Houston, was in the lead, like 13-6 or 13-7 for a majority of the game. The Seattle Seahawks representatives from Ventura, Los Angeles, California, they tie the game late, okay? So then it goes to overtime. The Houston Texans team from Austin, Texas, they elect to go for 1. Okay, we're going to go for 1. Their particular quarterback, Caitlin Reynolds, nope, sorry, that's not her name. Houston, Emery Beckett, she hits Zara Hill there for the 1-point conversion. So the Seattle team thought they were going to go for 1 to tie it. Coach says, I don't think so. Going for 2. Let's go win this thing right now. And Ava Ortman, the quarterback, she was elusive. She can spin it. She feels like she has a great feel for the game. And Maya Smith's always open. So, I mean, it was electrifying finish. It was a great game. And I know this sounds like somebody that doesn't know flag football well. I don't. They're spinning this shit. Like Avita Crouch, I believe, is the United States of America quarterback. And then Flores Villa? No, Diana?
That's what I was going to say, but I'm not positive.
The Mexican flag football women's quarterback. She gets watching these high school girls spin it, and I feel bad saying it, but it's not a natural motion that girls normally learn, because softball happens and baseball happens, obviously basketball happens, but like throwing a football is an abnormal thing. Feels very obvious that young girls in this country and worldwide, because we got teams from international, they're learning to throw footballs early, spinning this shit. I mean, they're throwing the spots.
Yes.
They're audibly, I mean, it was high quality football, AJ, and I was just getting introduced to it in real time. I'm very pumped for my daughter to get into this and future generations. This is a sport that I think can really go. Entertaining, obviously opens up for personality, athletes, there's scholarships, there's going to be a league, there's Olympics. It's like we're watching the development of a new sport in real time that can be beneficial for obviously boys and men as well, but the girls and women getting to participate in football in such a big way is huge for us, AJ. Huge for the sport.
Awesome. I mean, they're so they're very athletic too, and it's some high level stuff that they're doing. Like I think they understand the game, they understand what they're doing, and like there's all the little nuances that it comes with playing flag football like this with the blitzer. You got to elude the rush, find somebody open. Like nobody's ever wide open. That's the thing. Like you're playing such a condensed field too, but also going for 1 or 2. You go for 1, is it the 5-yard 2, or you're in the 10-yard line? I want to go for 2 because I need that extra space. I don't want a condensed field like that to try from the 5-yard line. I feel like it's more difficult to throw it in. I don't believe you're allowed to hand it off from the 5.
Well, I don't know the rules as good. I know you can snap it to somebody else who can pitch it to, because they ran for a first down late in the second half. I think I saw the Houston team do that. It was great. But yeah, I was captivated by it, man. I really was. And then learning about it whenever we were up there, it's like there's real potential here. Real potential here for this sport.
That was a massive tournament. I didn't know. I mean, I knew that Grand Park area we were going to is huge, and it has, lacrosse tournaments, soccer tournaments, all that kind of stuff. But, like, they had as far as we could say, like 50 fields, and there was a game on every single one. I mean, there are over 300 teams there. Like, this is a massive, massive event. And then, the games behind us, like the 14U boys, like that was electric. And then you mentioned it, like the girls all weekend. I watched, I think it was the 49ers team. I don't know where they were from. I want to say there were some girls. It was like Cala, Mexico or something. I don't know how they did it, but their quarterback, same deal. I mean, she rushed in her face and she's throwing bombs down the sideline into a bucket. Like, so once you see it once live in person, like you can tell, like this is a massive ordeal. It's not kind of just something that was thrown together quickly. Like we had teams from 10 countries there, teams from China, Ireland, Germany. Like this is a big deal, and it's only going to get bigger.
And it's not ass. You know, like
No,
it's
it's
really
not
good.
close.
They're playing good ball,
Yeah.
man. It's not tackle football.
No.
Okay, it's not tackle football. Defensively, you could potentially learn some really terrible habits, okay, if you're going to transition over to tackle football. But there's also going to be a lot of things that are going to transition into tackle football that are going to be great for the sport. And the ability to open this up to so many people, oh, yeah, she's a beast. She was everywhere. She was a
Caitlin
monster
Reynolds.
for the Texas team. It's like, I'm a huge fan of what's going on with flag
yeah.
football, D, but
Yeah.
I do like it for the sport as a whole. And it being in the Olympics, this is going to be the only way we can really compete with other countries with our sport as well. And it's potentially the only way we can really grow it in some countries.
Yeah, I'm excited to watch the continued growth and evolution of the game. My daughter Maya played on maybe her freshman year in high school, and now to see where the girls are now, even compared to that 3 years ago, it's been crazy. And then, it'd be more like college scholarships. It'll be more opportunities for young ladies to go to college and play this on the next level. We know now it is obviously, in my opinion, a completely different sport from tackle football, but I think a lot of the lessons you can learn, a lot of the camaraderie, a lot of the different things you can take forward in life. So I'm glad that more people in general can play the game, can kind of grow the game, travel with each other, all those different things you can take forever, man. So I'm excited to watch the growth, obviously on the Olympic level as well, but it's awesome, man. It's great that it was here in Indianapolis.
Maya said she broke off her route, obviously, saw quarterback having to extend play. Got to find a hole.
Yep.
Yeah. She had moxie in the post-game interview, too. I mean, just like, she's like, I don't remember anything that happened out there. Like, sunglasses on, so much moxie, so much swag. Coach obviously celebrating in a huge way as he gets hit with the I'm excited for the future of ball with flag football. And you couldn't have jotted me down as like a huge advocate of flag before seeing it all. Yeah. But then you can't help but just realize, like, oh, this is a real possibility. For the future. That felt like a gigantic soccer tournament whenever I was growing up. That felt like a gigantic like basketball tournament that happens whenever you're growing up. It's like real possibility.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Real possibility. And they're trying to get it sanctioned in Texas. It's like, come on, Texas. More ball, baby.
Yeah, why
Come on, Texas.
Football State.
Houston Texans social media admin comes up and says, hey, can you help us pitch like to the state of Texas to sanction girls flag football as a high school sport or whatever? It's like, sure, no problem. I dress up in a fat principal suit to do that for a Super Bowl commercial. I think it's more balls is better. I don't think less balls is better.
Agreed.
I think that a lot of soccer players probably could play really good flag football.
Oh, yeah.
You got to worry. It's all so much stuff in space. That's what I like about it. Like, you got to be able to move in space. You got so imagine if you're the person that's rushing the quarterback every play. You need to be going full speed downhill, break down, and find a way to not get juked and get the flag too.
Yeah, getting the flag, I
Different
think,
world.
is the hardest. Like getting to the person, good. The natural hand-eye coordination of being able to grab that. Yeah, and here's me. I'm not a big like lobby guy, but what are we doing here, Texas?
More ball.
More football? Yeah, I think we like more football, Texas. I think that feels natural. I think there's 30 states.
Yes.
30 states.
Okay.
I know it was 30 colleges that are offering scholarships. Maybe I don't know if that number was.
Yeah, I wonder how many states. Yeah, 30 colleges. Was
By the way, I looked it up on Saturday. 94% of the women in C-suites came from athletics. Remember, we were looking for that number.
Is that the actual number?
Yeah, I looked it up the other day.
See, now, because of things that you've said in the past, we have no idea if you're just making that up on the
I wouldn't
spot.
lie.
That
there's
seems
a
like
tone-
bullshit
There's
to
a
me.
tone to my voice.
Well, he said 94%.
That was a serious voice.
23
Thank you.
states.
Thank you.
23 states?
Yeah, including Washington, D.C.
Okay, so let's keep growing that. Obviously, we assume that will, especially with the Olympics right around the corner. The amount of upside feels great. In more sports, better. More athletics, better for everybody. 94%?
You look it up.
I mean, he made something up earlier before I got on.
Yeah, but I had my made-up voice. And I said
think
I
so.
saw it on the internet.
Where'd you say you found it? You said you looked it
I
up.
said
Did you get
I
a
looked
fucking
it up.
book for this one, or did you?
I said I looked it up.
He went to the library. He went to the local library and looked it up.
We
actually
can't
have-
trust the
We
AI.
actually have a really nice library.
Key leadership statistics: 94% of women in C-suite
Wow.
roles played competitive sports at some point in their lives, youth or high school. Okay. So whenever I was saying, good work looking that up.
you.
Thank you for doing that. But I said it's like 80 or 90% or something like that in C-suite position. It's like no, 90. Actually, it's 94%. Sports teach you so many things. Obviously, leadership is a great part of it all, and having to have like stick-to-itiveness and having to work when you're tired and have to buy into a role and have to, accept defeat and continue to show up. Like there's so many things that sports provide. So more sports, the better. So if the NFL flag championships are on, I'm going to give them a rating because I would like it to continue to go. I also watched the WNBA All-Star game.
Yeah?
Hell yeah.
See Caitlin Clark go absolutely crazy.
She was doing it.
Oh, goes.
President Obama gave her a speech.
Yeah.
That put a lot of people into a little bit of a blender, I think. I think that was certainly a whoa, wait a minute. So
Kind of beeline for her.
So she's okay. What do we do here? And she just went out and went like 5 for 5, I think, from deep three to start the WNBA All-Star game. Obviously, she's racking up the stats at this point of her career. She wasn't able to play last year because of a couple injuries. Obviously, she comes in and it just becomes an absolute lightning rod. They signed the biggest media deal that they've ever had. They're potentially becoming profitable for the first time in a long time. They're not the only league that took a long time to become profitable, but it did feel like it was starting to lose the plot a little bit of what a professional league's supposed to be as opposed to everything else going on. I think WNBA All-Star break, I think for them was a good, hey, let's go ahead and let's go shake everybody's hands. Felt like the media did a little bit of that. Felt like the players did a little bit about that. Felt like the fans did a little bit about that. And President Obama, I think, helped with all of that. So maybe the WNBA post-WNBA All-Star break is different than it was beforehand. I feel like that is going to be the case. And I think that's good for the WNBA as a whole. And if Caitlin's going to go 40-20, okay, I think that's great for the Indiana Fever, which certainly benefits us here in Indianapolis.
Yeah, a lot of stars. I think the WNBA is trending in the right direction. The three-point contest, AZ Fudd, UConn legend. First UConn Husky to actually win three-point contest.
Congrats.
It's crazy. Rookie as well. The game was cool. And whenever you have a player like Caitlin Clark that's coming in and doing shit like she's doing, like especially for the All-Star game for the men, it's usually dunks and highlights and alley hoops. When you're pulling up logo threes like that, you'll only see that being more growth for the younger players, seeing that growing up. But it's awesome, man. Olivia Miles, another unbelievable player. I think Jones won the All-Star game MVP, Paige buckets. So a lot of Asia Wilson, obviously, a lot of ladies I love watching play. I'm glad they had a good All-Star game out there in Chicago.
I saw a dunk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn.
I saw a dunk. They treat that like that was a huge deal.
Yeah.
That is a huge deal.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Was it Lisa Leslie who dunked way back in the day?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Was that the first?
Yeah.
I think she was first in game, yeah. Unless Lobo did. She might have.
Becca Lobo?
Becca Lobo probably threw one down, if I had to guess. It was a good dunk, though. Boom.
Oh, yeah.
Smooth.
In the paint. Mm-hmm. Drop that thing. Looked like could have. I mean, had we had a little bit more room up
Could have hung on that thing.
Honey dip.
Yeah, maybe next time kind of go for it. They did go for a couple more.
Yeah.
I think there was an off the
Saw that
backboard
package.
attempt, and there was a couple other attempts. They didn't go for it. But hey, I love it. I love it's happening. Everybody does go crazy when it happens. So.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I saw Tyrese go.
Hey.
Huh?
That was very
I
impressive.
didn't even know he could do that before Achilles.
I don't think he could. I'm not 100% sure if he was doing that. He obviously says we don't respect his athleticism enough strictly because of how he's built. Because he's built a little bit taller and skinny. Hi.
Oh.
In the new red Halleys, too, he's excited. He's pumped. Look at the sweat, by the way. Great workout. And he's skipping around, bouncing around. So the Achilles, the stiffness is kind of the question. So then you see, obviously, him do that. He's very explosive. We love that that's what he's wanting to do. Body looks pretty good. I think he's getting married soon. And also, afterwards, his skipping around tells me that he's not, kind of stiff.
Yeah.
That feels like he's pretty loose there as he runs around. Tyrese Halliburton being all the way back. Great for the Pacers, great for Ball, and certainly great for us, AJ Hawk.
Yeah, I mean, I think that with your Achilles, you're always worried about you're never going to be as explosive as you once were. But I mean, Tyrese might become back more explosive than he was. That's basically what we were saying. I wonder how many times he's completed this dunk.
Yeah, I don't know. We should ask him. There was also other highlights going around the internet of him playing in a Pro-Am game where he dropped 50 on some guys. I think people do forget how good of a player Tyrese is. Tyrese Halliburton's a dog. He played for us. We get to Game 7 of the NBA Finals against Oklahoma City. He has 10 points in the first 4 minutes. He doesn't play for us last year. We were potentially lottery pick, and we end up kind of getting out of there. Maybe the MVP of last season, proven to be the most valuable player, was Tyrese Halliburton. In his absence, we were nowhere near as good as we were whenever we were making it to the finals. But he's back. And we got Zubats. He's a big TJ McConnell.
Big Zoop.
Still got TJ.
Big TJ McConnell.
We got Spicy P.
Big TJ.
You know what I'm thinking? Maybe.
What parts of their
I know you
game
say that.
do you
Was that?
Him and TJ, Big Zoo and TJ.
They're bopping wood out there. They got some good moxie.
Yeah, sure.
When they're shooting, it's falling.
Mid-range game?
Mm-hmm. Beards. They got beards.
They do?
Mm-hmm. Both of them. Got a little facial hair.
Do we think when Connor's done with his shingles, he's going to be able to do that? Do you think that's what happened? Shingies made Tyrese more athletic?
Oh, that's a good question, actually. Maybe the shingies.
Maybe it fused his spine in a way that made him more.
I don't think Connor's expecting that, so that'd be a nice little. That'd be a nice little surprise for him with the shingies.
Been wearing the Hallies too.
Maybe that's the
Henry
common
Rowan
denominator.
Gardner.
If you wear the Hallies, you get shingies.
I think everybody needs to. Kelsey Mitchell was wearing them the other day in the WNBA All-Star game. She looks so cool. She had the all whites on.
Those are sick.
She's a bucket getter.
Oh yeah.
The Fever have a chance to win it all, especially if Caitlin's going to keep going. And maybe it'll be.
I saw some graphic where they're not that like it wasn't like a DraftKings, but they're FBI favorites or some bullshit. But
ESPN, the feds like them.
Yeah.
You heard Hallie.
FPI.
I gotta play some defense.
As in peanuts.
Yeah, Hallie said that the Fever are going to have to learn that it's two sides of the ball. I guess they like lighting it up.
They can fill it up.
I guess they like lighting it up.
Trying to put butts in seats. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's right. And outside the stadium.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's the Fever effect.
Mhm.
And that's kind of the fever that Caitlin Clark has kind of brought to Indianapolis.
Can you catch it?
Did the Fever exist before she got there? Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
And we are big fans of everything they've done in our city for a long time. It's a little different whenever that lady showed up.
Mm-hmm.
And now we get a chance to put Aaliyah Boston, highest contract in the
Wide.
WNBA. Kelsey Mitchell.
Wide.
Puma deal. Sophie Cunningham, everywhere.
Yeah.
And Caitlin Clark crossing half court and going, give me that.
Yeah.
And it's
When's
falling.
the finals? When's the finals? Do we know?
Yeah, AJ, we've been talking about it. We're kind of in the middle.
Right before the NBA, right? Before the NBA starts.
Yeah, well, now we're getting into post WNBA All-Star break, which we always say.
Got it.
Hey, September 24th, that's kind of when the season's going to end. We know that post WNBA All-Star break, and then the playoffs start September 27th, right there. That's
So,
what we've been saying this entire time.
Early to mid-October.
And then early to mid-October is kind of
Somewhere
the
around.
expectation of when a champion will be.
They need to fix that. They should not go into football season. That's crazy. There is no reason to go against the NFL.
Oh, thanks for mansplaining how a league's supposed to be.
That's okay.
unbelievable.
I mean, you
thank you,
cannot
Foxy.
go into the NFL season. You end that thing in August, and then we kick off football season.
Okay, Foxy, any other ideas Guy in the back has for an entire league that's
No,
happening?
that one feels pretty good, though.
Yeah,
I think a lot of
I'll
people agree with me
piggyback on that, Foxy.
Yeah.
Don't start your playoffs on an NFL Sunday.
No
I remember we
chance.
talked about this last year.
Oh,
Let's get
Ty, you got an idea now for the WNBA?
well, you know me. I'm gonna be watching my fucking Fever no matter when they're
Do
playing.
the fan bases
so-
cross over a bunch? NFL and W?
We're trying to.
Yeah.
You're right.
Aren't we trying
Why
to?
are we not playing on Tuesday?
That's good.
Let's get a showcase game on Tuesday, Wednesday. Tuesday, Wednesday. Don't need Sunday.
Fever plus 1,800 right now
Bang.
to win it all.
Yep. Splash.
Boom.
Good shot.
Is that a W ball too?
Nah, it was a big 3 ball.
They still doing it?
I can't believe that fell. I'm going to be honest. There's been a couple times over the last week or so where I've started shooting and I just haven't missed. And I don't know if this is the new me or not, but it is great. It's great to be Caitlin Clark.
Yeah.
Kind of got that Caitlin Clark. Maybe the Pacers need a little white guy.
She's a polarizing figure too, huh?
Should. Call coach.
I think she's going to enjoy some of the songs. Hey, Caitlin, I'm talking some shit for you, for us, if you needed some of these songs, I believe. But I think Carlisle would like the way I could potentially. I am trying to schedule the Southern Illinois Salukis for a scrimmage in here.
That'd be sick.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Gonna have to take on our team.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see if the Salukis got it, this year. Hey, Coach Nagy, how about you travel up here to Thunderdome and catch some of these elbows?
That's right.
Thunderdome rules.
We should get Bluter to coach our team.
Thunderdome rule.
D-Bone on the block.
Commission. W.
I don't know if these kids have any idea what's coming with D-Bone down there.
It's a big body.
And I don't know if we'll have Coach Bluter coaching or me coaching. I've tried to figure that one out. Try to roll my.
Thought you were playing.
Yeah, I'll coach if you want to.
That you're playing. That you're spotting up.
You know what? Maybe these Salukis do need a little bit of right in there.
Rising up right in their face.
Yeah. What's that, kid? What's that, kid? Ball tap, bang. Thunderdome rules. Thunderdome rules.
Ball tap. When he takes a three, that's the key. Ball tap him on the three because then he'll miss the rest of it. He's always worried you're going to do it.
Yeah, and we're allowed to do it. You are not. Thunderdome rules. You're in college. We are grown adults. We make the rules.
Just trying to prepare them for what they're going to be seeing in the Valley this year.
Tough conference.
It is.
I'll tell you what, I got faith in the Southern Illinois Salukee basketball team, men's basketball team.
Me too.
I heard Coach speak this weekend.
He made me cry.
Yeah, me too. That guy can reach. That guy's going to be able to reach, folks. You look cool, too, this fucking.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Purple tie.
Sick shoe game.
Sick shoe game. Sick shoe game.
It's Coach.
Thank you, Coach.
I think they're going to fill it up this year.
Good first step.
Thank
Good
you.
jab.
That's called jab
I
step.
love that triple threat. Oh, they never know. Oh,
That's because this one's going right to the Salukee.
Because from there, you could shoot, dribble, or pass.
Well, actually, not
rise
from
up.
where the ball is current.
I can shoot
No,
from
you
right
could.
here. I can shoot from right here if I had to.
be
Let's
tough.
say Salukee has her hand down.
Man down.
I mean,
from your left
And it's
shoulder.
little Caitlin Clark.
yeah. We're talking man down right there. Yeah, they're in trouble. They are in fucking trouble. You know who else is in some deep shit?
Who?
The Mike. Hey,
Yeah.
listen.
Oh, man.
boy, is he.
no.
I don't know how to tell the Mike Mizanin from the real world
Yep.
and now WWE.
He's never been in more trouble.
That The Miz is a man named Jacob Mizorowski, and he is breaking every record that he is setting. Some of these records have been set in stone since the beginning of baseball. This dude threw, there's
400.
50 maybe. What was the? Can we pull up
I believe
the?
it's 30 pitches over 103 miles an hour.
Pull up the Hembo stat, please, because he breaks his own record, basically. He broke his own record on how many over 103 miles an hour, over 100 miles an hour, or something like that. There's a Hembo stat for it. Here it is. He hit 54 times. He threw over 102 miles an hour. The previous single game record is 31. That was himself. The previous non-Miz record, 2019, with 20. So 20 to 54 is what this guy has done with 102 mile an hour plus fastballs. And everybody's stepping right up there knowing what's coming. And then all of a sudden, zoom, can't catch up. Zoom, can't catch up. And then he hits you with a 98 mile an hour changeup, and everybody just thinks they're seeing a beach ball all of a sudden. This guy is slicing, dicing, and doing things that closers have to do for 9 pitches for like 70, 80 pitches. I have no idea how he's able to do it. He's a freak show. He loves baseball. He loves the grind. And I think he's very grateful for the opportunity. But Ty, this feels like an alien up on the mound.
Yeah, I mean, we've kind of, every time we bring him up, it's kind of the same thing. It's like, it's almost getting old talking about what he does because he somehow just like surpasses what he did the previous game. He's setting records every single time he goes out there. He shouldn't, a starting pitcher just shouldn't be able to throw this hard for as long as he does. It just shouldn't happen. And he's a big reason why the Brewers, I don't know if they still, I think they still have the best record in the majors. And like, they're going to be very aggressive at the trade deadline. A lot of people saying they might, try to go get Tarek Skubal. I know Joe Ryan, the Twins ace, was another one, because if you get a guy like Skubal, even if they can't re-sign him and it's just a half a year rental pretty much. If you have a guy like The Miz and Skubal at the top of your rotation, like, they can beat anybody. They can win a World Series because it just, I think he had one hit yesterday and he gave up a homer, and that's kind of the way it goes when you throw that fucking hard. Every once in a while, guys will guess right and they'll take you deep. But other than that, it's just like these guys got no prayer. They got no chance. He goes up there. I think he struck out, the first 7 batters he faced, and I think it was 11 of the first 12 batters he faced. Like, it's ridiculous. It really is.
And their skipper Murphy, small ball, they can play it however they want
Yes.
it. So whenever they get in the playoffs, offensively, they got it figured out, right? They'll steal bases. We'll do the entire shit. It's just, do you have the aces, the horses that can kind of carry you? If they get Skubal out of Detroit, which Foxy ran a poll.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know this. Foxy ran a poll the other day, 1,700 people voting. It was very heavy from Detroit fans seemingly saying, let's at least try to get something for Skubal, who's on his way out of here. Mizorowski and Skubal on the same pitching class. Oh, buddy. The Brewers, nowhere near the top of the salary cap game. The Brewers have a chance to win the World Series. Is that real if they're able to pull this off?
Yeah, without a doubt, because like you said, they can win. And there are a lot of teams in the majors who are so reliant on the home run. That's kind of the way things have changed. But like, they can beat you 10-0 and maybe hit like one homer, but they put the ball in play. They kind of make you make mistakes. They're comfortable winning 1-0 games, 2-0 games. Like, they play small ball. And when you have a guy like him who is as dominant as he is. Now, he pitched in the playoffs last year. He hasn't done it a bunch, so you still, there is that kind of caveat, like, well, Let's see if the nerves get to him. Let's see how he is in the playoffs. But when you have a guy as dominant as him, like you send him out there and the expectation is, okay, we're going to be leading the series 1-0. And then if we get a guy like Skubal, same deal. We expect him to win that game as well. If you can have 2 of the 3 or 2 of the 5 best starting pitchers in the majors going into the postseason, like, yeah, because they also like they don't fear the Dodgers. You know, I think that's a big thing outside of the league, but like they know. I mean, the way they've been playing, like they can beat anybody, and for whatever reason, like when they get on a roll, they just roll and they just keep going. So yeah, I think if you're a Brewers fan, like you want them to be very aggressive at the trade deadline, try to get a couple pieces. But yes, they are very much so good enough to win the World Series.
We believe the Miz will be joining us in the next few days. We can't wait to catch up with him. And the Mike is just sitting there wondering what could have been if.
Is he?
He probably had so many Google alerts.
Has
he changed it yet?
What's that?
Is he on the card this weekend? AJ's been texting me nonstop about this weekend.
Oh, yeah, AJ's a member of WWE 2K. You can play as his character now. AJ, SummerSlam this weekend. What has he been texting you, D-Bud?
Just
the lineup?
Yeah, exactly. Who's going to walk away with straps, the lineups, highlights, Danhausen, some
people kissing Danhausen.
Yes.
What happened?
Okay, we saw that clip. D-Bone sent that in. Let's talk about SummerSlam.
Mm-hmm.
What match are you looking forward to most? What are your top 2 matches that you're looking forward to most, AJ Hawk?
That's the problem. That's like picking your favorite kid, Pat. I can't do that. I have 4 children. I don't have a favorite. I love them all. And these matches, I don't know if you've seen the lineup. It's going to blow your socks off.
Yeah, what is maybe a thing that you think I could look forward to potentially blow these socks right off of my feet right now?
I do want to see if the Mike, how he gets injected into the lineup. Is he on the roster? I have not seen yet who he might
on the roster. Of course he's on the roster.
Is he on the card? Is he on the fight card? That's what I'm trying. That's my number one thing. Where is the Mike? Let me check out where he is on the fight card, and then I see.
We don't know if the Mike is involved. We assume the Mike will find his way to SummerSlam, the biggest party of the summer. And obviously what you're most excited about is Brock Lesnar, Obafemi.
Oh, obviously.
Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins.
Oh, man.
No, Brock was back.
Danhausen, Mysterio.
That's a good one.
Ray
That's a
or
sneaky good one.
Penta versus Chad Gable.
What?
Okay.
Hey.
I like that.
Trick Williams.
Whoop
that trick. Whoop that trick. Whoop that trick. Booker T in there. Taking on bum-ass Baron Corbin.
Oh, boy, that's a mismatch.
Finn Balor.
Demon or just normal?
It says Finn here.
Oh, okay.
He's going to lose.
Take on Sami Zayn.
Oh, well.
Never mind.
Never mind, yeah. Finn's got that one.
Finn for the win.
Bit of a wobble.
And then Charlotte, Jade, Chelsea, and Tiffany do battle.
Wow.
Fatal 4-way or?
Yeah, I think so. It's a ladder match.
Okay.
Holy shite.
Is this all night 1 or is this night 2?
No, this is, that's night 2, it feels like. And then we got Punk versus Cody Rhodes.
Oh, my God. You kidding me?
That might be
Ba-da-da, ba-da-boo, ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-boo, ba-da-boo, 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 ba-da-boo,
Whoa!
Ever been more of a technical match than that one between those two? Kidding me?
Woo. ODOs.
2 staples in the game.
How about Gunther and Aldis?
Snow?
Oh, yeah.
I'll probably skip that one.
Liv versus EO.
Yeah. Great.
Sky.
Get your popcorn ready.
All this is wrestling?
Usos with Fatu versus Solo Dolo, LA Knight, and Royce Keys.
That triple?
Shit.
Solo Dolo Sikoa out there doing it.
Okay.
And then Fatal Influence, they take on Nikki Brie and Paige. Good luck, Nikki Brie and Paige. They ain't ever losing.
Can I ask you a question? I thought they reserved the most stacked card of the year for Mania. They do it for SummerSlam now?
Yeah, I didn't know that either yet. I think all of the PLEs are competing to be the most important.
I tell you what, this one's going to be hard to beat.
Oh, yeah.
2 nights in Minnesota, available on ESPN, the app.
So the mic wasn't on there at all.
The mic is, he's kind of, you can see his little face in between a
Is it
lot.
because they're trying to do new graphics and stuff for the mic for his new name?
Yeah, they're going to have to figure that one out because I think WWEshop.com has a lot of, hi, my name is The Miz, and I'm awesome. It's like, that's not, hi, my name is The Mike.
Yeah.
This is going to be like one of those Mandela effects.
Yeah. Yep.
The Mike. The Miz. No, that's that guy who throws.
We got a kind of a Taker American Badass situation going on here.
I can't believe you guys just took his name. 20 years.
Their Mike is kind of a sweet name.
2 titles.
2 world titles.
2 world titles.
Grand
Slam champion.
His run in the 2010s was legendary, is what I hear.
Can we cold call the Mike, please, just so we can kind of get his take on this whole thing?
He's got to take that up with Mizrachi.
It's not us.
It's not, guys throwing 110 fucking miles an hour. What do you want?
Can you imagine how mad he was with his Google alerts yesterday?
So the Mike gets Google alerts for any time the Miz does something, and it turns out the Miz is fucking every night breaking records.
Not me again.
What did I do? I broke a world speed record. That wasn't me. All right, I'll call him. We don't have the number in the back. Let me see if the Mike will answer. He's still in my phone as Miz.
Yeah, you
have to change that.
Change that.
Yep.
See if he likes it or hates it. And his thoughts on SummerSlam. Who's going to steal the show?
Yeah.
Mike?
Yeah.
Since you're not on it, the Mike, who's going to steal the show?
Mm-hmm.
And is this American Gladiator push still happening? Or
Season
what?
2. I would assume so, yeah.
Yeah, season 2.
Hey, the Mike, we're live. We're live right now, Mike.
You're always live.
You're right. This is the Mike, ladies and gentlemen.
Hell yeah.
That's the Miz.
I am not Mike. I am the Miz.
Hey, baby Mike.
This is the Mike here, right here.
No, I am the Miz. I am the one and only. I am the Miz. I am the real Miz. I'm sick of getting Google alerts saying that I threw 106 miles an hour and I threw a no-hitter. I'm really tired of seeing all my Google alerts not be about me, about being someone else whose name is spelled M-I-S, not M-I-Z. I am the Miz. I am not the Mike. I'm great on the mic. There's no one better than me on the mic. Yes, I agree with that.
Okay, and just a hard stop there. Maybe somebody better on the mic would have given a better runway there for themselves out of an answer. But on that question, the mic, don't you believe, though, what the Miz is doing right now with the baseball is unprecedented? And might go down as like the next Nolan Ryan there, and maybe the most powerful.
Yes, the Miz is doing.
It's not the Miz.
It's not his name. It's the Miz.
How do you spell his name?
Jacob Mizorowski.
Yes, and how do you spell that? M-I what? M-I what?
Am I the Mike? Yes, you are. You are the Mike.
I never told you I was going to sue this guy. I asked you twice in confidentiality. We were all chilling, hanging out at the ESPYs after party, and I said, hey, guys, what would you do in this situation? Should I? And I was jokingly saying, should I cease and desist this guy? And you guys blew it up and said, oh, Miz is going to sue him. I never said that. You guys are a bunch of liars, and you're trying to make
the Mike was going to sue him.
I get it.
Exactly. Thank you. We said the Mike was going to sue the Miz, is what we said. There's a chance that could happen.
I am not the Mike. I am the Miz. He can be the Jacob.
It's on TV.
Does he want
It says right there, though.
Oh,
There's
wow.
a lower third right now. I don't know if you can see it. It says right clear as day, WWE superstar, the Mike. Right here.
No, it should say lower third says the Miz. So you know what? You guys are just trying to egg me on, get me very aggravated, and I'm getting mad.
Well, you show him the mic with the WWE
Look
symbol
how cool
up.
this looks. Look at that.
Wow.
That's not the Miz. That's an AI. That's not even a picture of me.
It's a good-looking picture of you, though, if it means anything. Okay, last question from us to you is, what should we look forward to at SummerSlam, and is the Mike going to make an appearance in there?
You never know what's going to happen at SummerSlam, but definitely look forward to CM Punk and Cody Rhodes. Oba Femi has been lightning in WWE. Everything he touches right now is absolutely gold, and I'm excited to see what he does with Brock Lesnar. I think SummerSlam is going to be something to be remembered, and you're definitely not going to want to miss it. Don't watch Danhausen. There is no curse.
Okay, there is no curse, but is the Mike going to be there or no?
The Miz could be there. The Miz could be there.
Jacob Mizorowski on the SummerSlam. Could you imagine Danhausen breaks him out? He throws heat, but Dominic Mysterio out with a 105-mile-an-hour fast. The Miz is coming to SummerSlam. That's amazing.
And then I'd step up to bat, and then I'd hit a home run right off of him. Hit a dinger. Boom.
Sure.
Something to think about.
Off of who?
off of Jacob.
He almost said.
Okay.
Yeah, you're in it.
You almost got me. You almost got me.
Yeah.
I didn't get it though.
All right, thank you, the Mike. We appreciate you, man. Have a great
It's the Miz. Thank you.
Have a great SummerSlam weekend, the Mike.
Bye, the Mike.
Love you, the Mike.
The Mike. The Mike. The Mike. The Mike. The Mike. The Mike. The Mike.
There it was.
The
The
Mike.
Mike.
The Mike. The Mike. All right, see ya. That's not really up for him to decide how this whole thing goes.
No, it's not.
Give yourself a nickname.
Well,
Guys throwing 51 fastballs over 102 miles an hour in one night. The Mike. I think this guy's going to be able to be called wherever they call him.
Yeah.
And they're going to say it loud. They're going to say it a lot.
Super loud.
The Miz is on the bump tonight. We know what that means. The greatest pitcher of all time.
Miz is going to have to go off the Jumbotron this weekend or something. Yeah. Or sorry, the mic.
God, he can't be confused.
I was going to say, that's confusing.
That was on me.
I thought the Miz was going to throw a baseball off the top of
Through
the
I ain't gonna crown him yet.
The mic
Miz?
there?
Nah,
the mic?
Jacob.
Hug.
Yep.
Is that proper
Yeah.
pronunciation?
That's how
parents-
that's how
I
his parents said
usually,
it.
How what was that again?
Nobody really calls him that, I don't think.
No, Polish, though.
Yeah, he's from Poland. Yeah. When he goes
Mizorowski.
home to Poland.
If he went back there, that's how they pronounce it.
So how's Miz Zarowski? Are we doing? Should we call him Jakob instead of the Miz?
No, you guys can do whatever you want. I still call him the Miz, but then if someone's like, wait, the Miz, I'm like, yeah, Mizorowski.
Okay, so the M's also silent too. The J is kind of a hawk sound.
From the back of your throat.
I like what you're doing, man.
Uh, and I talked about that with him when we were at the Derby. He's cool with it.
That's the Miz.
Exactly.
Be a friend, tell a friend something nice might change your life. We're in this thing together. We're so incredibly lucky and thankful that we get to do this for a living. Genuinely. Thank you all so much. We're back tomorrow with another riveting sports program.
Oh my God. The guest list is insane.
AJ, have you heard about tomorrow?
No, I was hoping you were going to tell me about it right now.
You look much more 1080 now than you did at the beginning of the show whenever you popped on. I want to let you know.
Is that better or worse?
It's got to know thing. Be a friend, tell a friend something nice. AJ, you're doing all right. That's what I just did right there. We're living in our...
Yeah.
Not our fears.
Hell yeah.
Dad, Talk is not living in his fears.
Who?
Talk on the dance floor.
Talk.
No, yeah.
Fearless, I love it.
He always will be. Oblivious and fearless.
I don't think he has feelings or emotions or thoughts.
Well, he does for now. And now.
Yeah.
He figured it out.
Now.
He probably should have been a Ranger.
You're right. How do we know he wasn't?
We know. Be a friend, tell a friend something nice. It might change your life. Yeah, I think so.
Try to make
I
sure
think Park
Yogi
Ranger-
Bear isn't stealing picnic baskets.
He would be so good at that.
Can you imagine him running down range with that stuff? Way he runs?
Yes, I can.
Confuse everybody.
Dude, this Army Ranger gentleman that I met, dude, stallion.
You ever see the meme with the three soldiers and the clown? Or the guy in the clown suit?
Mm-hmm.
You need them all, depending upon what the mission is.
That's right.
I don't think Talk would ever be a special forces.
Or the three dragons and two of them are mean looking and one's goofy looking.
I don't think he'd ever be a good dragon either. I think he's properly placed where he's at right now.
Yeah.
And we need him on a dance floor stat.
Yeah.
He's the
Just to
human
see
version of the wacky inflatable arm floating tube guy.
That's a good way to describe him.
Okay.
Actually. Yeah. And that lady 13 feet away found that he can close the gap quickly.
Yeah.
Especially whenever he's pulling off a dance floor feat that nobody could have expected.
It's good athleticism.
Yeah, he hit the back foot and drove.
We can't stress this enough. 30 professional dancers there. Talk sees them do their thing, says, you know what, I got a little trick up my sleeve. Almost blows out two knees.
Yep.
His included.
It's so good.
That lady's second row back there, talking to her husband. What are we doing? Oh my God, he's here.
Is he trying to figure out which foot was better for him to do it with?
Well, I think he was also trying to figure out his foot was behind his leg. It's supposed to be in front. All right, be a friend, tell a friend something nice.
plan.
Talk, you did
No
great.
plan.
Talk, you did great.
Love you, Talk.
We love you. We're back
Oh, my
tomorrow.
goodness.
Team on me, team on three. Connor, congrats, buddy.
Congrats.
And Natalie, congrats.
Love you guys.
Love you guys. Have
Love you
fun.
guys.
Team on me, team on three. For the good of sport, baby. 1, 2, 3,
Team.
Goodbye.